he's good. You know, he makes good music. You know, did you know he actually grew up in China?
Dude,
come on.
Yeah, Kanye West.
Kanye West, China, bro. He grew up in China. That's why, bro. Wait, hold on.
A time in China. I spent a year in China in 5th grade. I used to speak Chinese. Like, ni hao ma,
5th grade?
Like, I don't know a lot of, a time in
Yeah, bro.
What was he doing 5th grade in China, bro?
His mother used to work in China as an English teacher. So he went with her. Why Chinese? Why?
Is it very easy for Westerners to go to China, become an English teacher?
Yeah.
You don't have to have any.
I mean, all the
education?
expats I know in China, they are English teacher, like no exception. I mean, once I've met with a lawyer. He was an American lawyer, but he was helping the corporations, the U.S. corporations in China or something like that.
But mostly people you see are
just
English teachers.
Teacher. It doesn't even matter where you're from. You just have to be white.
Westerner.
Yeah.
And what about the requirements? Like, is it very
You just
strong?
have to be white.
Dude, I mean, educational requirements to teach English is what I'm...
Look, hold on. Let me explain.
Yeah.
So, a few years back, by the way, this is Kanye West. Look.
Ooh, in China.
Yeah, in China. This was when he was a kid.
Bro, a menace since then, man.
Look, man, this was Nanjing.
What? But why? Wait.
Look at this.
His mother is. Oh yeah.
His mother's black. What do you think?
Yeah. Father's Chinese.
I heard a story. Right? Kanye used to know how to dance, like street dance, kind of stuff. And the Chinese kids, bro, they wanted to see him dance, so they feed him food. So he would dance. So he would dance for them. I mean, not for them, but like, you know, they just...
Dude.
But because hip hop just started in China back then, and people had never seen black people, let alone a black child. So for them it was really cool, and curiosity is,
right.
You know, it plays a big role. I don't think they was like, give me food, please.
Yeah, maybe it's just...
Anyways, that's the story. And now let me tell you. All the foreigners I know in China, like expats who actually live in China, they are basically Chinese teacher, because if you're not working in China, you don't really get visas and stuff. You can only stay a limited amount of time, right? But if you want to live in China, you have to work in China.
And it's easy for a Westerner to be an English teacher and just work there.
I think it's easy, and especially a few years back, you don't even have to be able to speak English to be an English teacher in China.
What?
Yeah, because it's just the appearance, you know what I'm saying? Most of the schools, most of the institution, they just need a foreign guy, a foreign girl, preferably to sit there, be cute.
Have you seen an Indian guy? Or Afro-American, not white people?
I used to know some Spanish guy. I mean, they are more or less Indian.
You mean Latin Americans?
It doesn't make a difference, but they are dark. I mean, they're brown, right? They're tan, they're brown. They teach English in China. And I mean, even Chinese people who look like foreigners, they can teach English in China. So you know this region I told you about, where the Uyghurs live, and back then we had some really famous
Uyghurs?
The Chinese Muslims. Which
the community is called the Uyghurs, right?
They look like Turks, and they're descendants basically of Turkish people, right?
Right.
So they look not really like Chinese. So even for them to teach English, they would have more credibilities, because they naturally just don't look like someone who can speak Chinese, and that makes it that makes it a default that they should speak English or some shit like that.
What a loophole, bro.
It's a loophole, bro. It's a loophole. I mean, in places like China, like I believe in India is the same.
No.
You get a lot of privilege at work.
In India, definitely they look a lot into what you study, bro. Like your background education, because...
maybe. Because you already speak English.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's almost English-speaking country, actually, India. Official languages everywhere.
Okay.
But... yeah, what I wanted to ask is how much do they pay? Like, do they pay good for English teacher?
I really don't know. One of my friend, he's doing well in China, but he's really like he's working. Because some expats, they're just traveling, and they're just trying to have fun, you know.
Wait a minute, what's different between expat and an immigrant. These guys should be immigrants, right? Because they're working in China.
China has no immigrants. Chinese themselves are immigrants.
No, bro, I'm asking, right? Like these guys, when they work, right? They're considered as immigrants or not? Like, will they have an ability to get Chinese residency, permanent residency or not? Because it's a communist country, so I'm just wondering.
In order for the word immigrant to exist, immigration has to exist first.
You don't have immigration
We
department?
don't have an immigration system and some shit like that. I mean, like, they call it immigration, but who can actually get Chinese passport? There's really a few. Even if my wife marries me, even if my girlfriend marries me, like, it's gonna be hard for her to get like Chinese passport. It is basically impossible.
Yeah, because we are the same, like China and India. If you want to get it's single passport country or something, I don't know, there's a technical term for that. If you have Chinese or Indian passport, they can't have any other passports. Nationality.
Yeah, basically like citizenship. In order to get Chinese citizenship, you have to either be a big villain of the West, or you have to be like, you have to make some huge contribution to China or some shit like that.
Really?
Yeah, because
what if your girlfriend she's Russian, right?
Yeah.
What if she just marries you? Like what?
She can get a residence permit.
Just keep extending it.
I think it was like every 10 years or something like that. I don't know. Again, I don't know, but I know, of course, there are a lot of foreigners who marry Chinese and they live in China, safe and sound, thanks to God. But like, they cannot get Chinese citizenship. Their kids may be Chinese, but even so, they cannot get Chinese citizenship. They're always going to be, even if they're 99% almost Chinese, they speak Chinese, whatever, they live in China. But there's always that 1% they cannot, unless you're some like top-notch scientist, or the Epstein list. Maybe them. Maybe them. All right?
Yeah.
She will give you a citizenship, but that's going to be really hard.
Nah, that's crazy. Because in India, a foreigner can just marry an Indian person or, get I only know the marriage way. I don't know any other way. And it's easy. They can get a nationality.
If I go to India and I marry an Indian girl, can I be Indian?
Yeah.
Get a passport?
Yeah. You can be a national, but you have to give up your Chinese passport.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
That's the hard part?
China is also going to ask you to forfeit your own Chinese passport if you want to immigrate to, not immigrate, but like...
Go to another country.
Get
be another
passport.
Country national.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a weird system we have, and as a foreigner in China, I think you can have a lot of fun, right? Because you're gonna get good jobs. It's not gonna be hard for you to find jobs, at least, and and it's gonna be so easy, man. Especially back then. Now, more or less, it's becoming more and more competitive because we have a lot of foreigners in China nowadays. But back then, just even 5 years ago, you come to China, you settle down, you figure out a way to stay. You can be a professor in university, to teach English. Like the friend I just mentioned, he's actually getting promoted. If he's not promoted, he's actually at least like he's getting a promotion right now.
So it's possible to climb the social ladder
in China.
China, even though you're not a citizen or something.
No, just in university, university, he's gonna be the director of the faculty or something like that, and he's getting paid more. That's why he prefers to stay in China rather than go back to his own country. But the problem is, being an English teacher, if you're not making like a lot of money, like fuck you money, you're basically wasting time in China. At least that's how I look at this, right? Because you are developing a career in China, but China is China. When you go back to your home country, I don't think that career is even half like recognized by university. I don't know. It has to be because look, you're teaching English basically. You cannot go back to your home country and teach.
Yeah,
English.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
I don't know. Just my perspective on this. But if you're making good money, make some investments, and I think you're good to go. But if you decide to come to China, you already worked 10 years because those guys, like I told you last night or something, like the parties we had, and those guys, they lived in China for at least 8 years, right? And they're just working on the same job and after 8 years, you're comfortable here. But this society here does not accept you 100%. But you are here, like you're getting comfortable. It's hard for you to fit in completely because of language, because of the culture.
Yeah.
It's just a tough situation, I think, for anyone to step into, right? Like,
right.
Like you cannot go back to your home country too, because it's gonna be hard to start from zero. And now
So-
you're 30 years
yeah.
old, right? You're almost 35, 30.
And especially when you're from the West, you have some English job experience in the in the China. You go back to West, I don't think
It's
they will
gonna be
consider
tough.
all those things.
That's why they don't plan to go back. But staying here is like probably there's no like bright future.
Gotcha.
You have to, at least the salaries wise, it's never gonna be enough to afford you a house in your own country.
Basically,
you understand what I'm saying?
yeah, basically it's like customer services job. You just do it for a while and you...
it's fine. It's definitely not customer service. It's gonna be paid more than that, and also it's gonna be more.
Yeah. Because it's
interesting.
crazy, bro. In India, right, when I was in India, I had English teachers and all. They're not getting paid a lot. But when I was in Europe, right, man, English teachers, like you said, in China, is a lot of value for them, let's say, demand for English teaching.
Before, yeah.
Like now, even now. I used to check like just,
China?
no, in France, in Europe,
Europe.
basically. Yeah, in Barcelona, Europe, Western Europe, let's say. People want to learn English because, their English is not their languages, and they pay really good.
Really?
Yeah, but the thing is you need to have
of course,
proper
certifications.
backgrounds. Yeah.
It's
But English
understandable.
teaching is not a bad field if you want to move to Europe or China, as you were saying, I guess, from what I see.
Probably, man. Just English, this language itself is really, I don't know. Like, of course, you're always gonna have the market.
Yeah.
But then, do we really need a teacher nowadays? Like, you have AI, you have all this kind of stuff. If you are going to learn Russian, then you definitely need a teacher.
Yeah.
Or any other European language, because you don't understand the grammar. It's gonna be really, even if you go live in France and you don't try to learn the grammar,
You know what, bro?
you cannot understand.
Yeah. Even without AI, right? Before, when I took my IELTS exam, the
Yeah.
British IELTS exam for English, I took once in India, right? I didn't prepare at all. And then in Moscow, I took it again for when I got selected to French university, right? They asked me IELTS certificate. So in Moscow, I took the exam.
Take it again.
Yeah, and I just prepared myself using YouTube, nothing else, 2 weeks. And I got the C2. C2 is big or C1 is big?
What's
C1,
the
I got
scores
the C1.
you got? I think it was.
I got 7.5
there
or
are
9.
some score. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it was good. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, you don't need people to teach English and stuff. But it depends on how you are, the learner is. But anyway, some people are just comfortable, with people offline.
Speaking of IELTS, did you know that Russians cannot take IELTS now?
Because IELTS also pulled off from Russia due to war?
Yeah, because of the sanctions. And so if you're a Russian student and you want to study in
There's
in the
no
West, there is way. You have to go to Kazakhstan. You have to go to basically countries that still allows
Wow.
IELTS. And basically these countries are close to Russia. I think even Belarus, they don't.
Maybe because
IELTS
I guess they have online format of taking the exams in some centers, if I'm not wrong.
In Russia?
In general, the IELTS has online format of taking exam. Like you don't have to go and sit.
I don't think so. You have to go to some partnership universities with partnership.
I know the IELTS centers. They have a kind of places where you go and take the exams. But that they were online formats too. But I'm not so sure.
I don't think they have online format. If they have online format, that's gonna be really easy.
Yeah.
And in China we have a mist, right? So you can take like IELTS everywhere in every city, but we have a mist that it is easier for you to take IELTS somewhere else, like in Vietnam, like in Hong Kong, or I don't know, like somewhere like around China. So some students would literally book flights and sign up for the IELTS exam in another country. And they go there and they take it because they believe it's easier.
Because in China, they don't evaluate honestly, you mean?
Fuck, I don't know, man. Like I think I
That's
don't
a
know.
myth.
I mean the house official says that it's bullshit, it's horseshit, right?
Of course, they have to defend themselves.
But the agency, like, say, hey, it's gonna be easier if you go to Vietnam. So I don't know who's lying here, but I know, you know, if
There's
you're gonna
something.
fly these ducks somewhere else, you're making some money here.
Making some money.
So
But since we're talking about China, right? Since we are talking about expats in China,
yeah,
is it easy to for foreigners to date in China?
man, I don't know, but I can tell you this: they're desperate.
Who, Chinese or foreigners?
I think foreigners, man. Like,
Of course.
like they are lonely. You know what I mean? I mean, some of them, most of them, I know they do have friends and all, but it's really just among the foreigners. They have their own groups. They have it's like Chinatown in China. You know,
China.
like a
Western town.
Western town or some shit like that. But, you know, which I
yeah.
understand because you come to this country, it is so different from your own culture, and you do have some cool Chinese kids that can speak English, that are open-minded and they want to, you know, make foreign friends. But in the end of the day, they don't really understand you, right? So, and also they have their own stuff going on, stuff like that. Foreigners, they're always just dating each other in China.
Right.
I mean, mostly. And if you're a guy, I mean, if we're talking about guys, it's gonna be easy. I'm just thinking from a perspective of a girl, right? If I'm a girl, I go to this ducking country, all right?
Wait a minute. Are you saying if you're a Western girl,
Yeah.
if you identify yourself as a Western girl,
If
and you
I
go to
identify
China,
myself as a white female, all right, I go to China.
21-year-old, okay,
I'm 21 years old, all right,
white female.
white female, and red, all right,
Red hair.
So when I go on the street, everyone's gonna look at me.
Are you God? Will you be God in China?
I'll be the devil himself. Man.
Redhead.
Yeah, look, I'm walking on the street. Everyone's gonna look at me, and that is not a good feeling. I mean, at least for my, I don't
Yeah,
like
it
that
depends
shit.
on you.
Some girls like it.
yeah.
Most girls probably don't.
Most
right?
girls like the attentions, is what I feel.
I mean, at least as a guy, when I go to a brown neighborhood, everyone looks at me and I feel danger.
Bro, that's different.
I feel danger.
No guy's looking at you to give you flowers, bro. To understand that.
Look.
Oh, are you saying as a white female, 21-year-old, you go to a brown neighborhood, you feel
No,
scared?
I'm not saying me. I'm just giving you like example as me,
yeah, as
right?
you.
So we have some neighborhood here, and
It's different, bro. Like when a brown guy sees you, right? You go to the neighborhood, none of them are looking to give you flowers. You
Okay,
see?
not brown guys, but like just
Any
just-
guys,
you have-
okay.
You have some neighborhood here, and they're not fully like, let's say.
I know what you mean, bro.
Yeah. It's like you go to these places, they're gonna look at you dangerously. And
Yeah, like shady.
not dangerously, but like just they look at you like, even if I know they're curious, but still I don't feel good. But I'm just saying, in China, all right, you're a white female, you go on the street, and you understand how many people we have on the street, right? It's a huge
Yeah, like
population
very
in there.
dense cities, yeah.
So you go there, everyone's looking at you. Some guys looking at you because they're shocked. Some guys looking at you because they're curious. Some guys looking at you because they want to duck. Some guys looking at you like because
I know.
they're drooling out of their mouths and they just cannot control themselves. And in China, you have guys, especially in summer, half of their belly are out in the air.
Guys do that, yeah?
Yeah, guys do that.
Yeah.
And they just look at you, even if like they have no thoughts or lust in their head, but it's just weird, man. Everyone's looking at you. So I'm saying, as a white female, I just arrived China. It's gonna be really hard for me to date because of that kind of environment. I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah,
and then at the same time, you can just be in metro. You just stand there alone. In a day, bro, I'm getting from location A to location B. During this whole journey, at least 10 guys gonna come up to me and talk to me and ask me for my number.
Yeah, it could be a little bit weird.
It's gonna be very weird, and I think it's gonna be mentally stressful at some point. Even if you like that shit in the beginning, but then
you can't get used to something.
You cannot get used to it. So I'm saying, bro, dating life for girls can be hard. That's why, in the end of the day, they end up
With the white guy.
With the white guy
Very
or the
understandable,
brown
bro.
guy. It doesn't matter. So yeah, I think that's the problem, because look, even if you're good, even if I was a white female, I was 20 years old, I was kind and pure and naive. Any guys come to me, I don't refuse them. But after a while, you'll treat guys like shit, because you get guys so easily, and these guys just come up to you, sending you flowers, sending you money, and that's the type of shit that the Chinese guys pull off. You pull off, you know. They add your contact, they randomly send you money every now and then. They buy you flower, take you out, and take you to here and there.
Chinese girls like this shit? I'm saying, if Chinese guys do these things to Chinese girls, is it like a cultural thing?
I mean, if you're a Chinese girl, they probably wouldn't do that shit.
Racist, bro. So this quota is for white girls. Yeah, these services.
Bro, they are trying hard. That's all I'm saying.
Understandable.
If you meet the love of your life, you're gonna try really hard, right? So that they're trying really hard. And man, like, it's fucking weird, bro. It's fucking weird, and that's why. You get my point, bro.
I get your point.
Especially last time I told you about these hunting groups, the Chinese hunting groups.
Yeah, man, that was creepy as hell, man.
These guys, they create a chat group to share their how do you say,
fantasies.
Their fantasies, to share their winnings, right?
Their hunts.
Their hunts, yeah. So, man, it's fucking dark. I don't know how.
That's just straight A.
I don't know how like Chinese people think this is normal. I mean, they should expose that shit.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, if the same thing happened in the West, bro, like, this is some dark shit. This is
some devil work.
This is some Black Mirror shit.
That's some devil work.
A group of Asian guys gather around, and their sole purpose is just to find white girls and dock them. What the fuck?
And share the information in the group with other guys.
And to be very proud of themselves, and to make other guys jealous. And now the other guys have the motivation to move forward. At one point, they cannot move forward, so they will just pay the porn star and fuck the porn stars.
I mean, human prostitutes.
I mean, they call it like porn star. Like, they don't just fuck prostitute, bro. Prostitute is not fun for them.
They just want to use that word to keep their...
Not word, bro. They have to find, like, if they're paying money, they have to find some high quality Norwegian. You know, if it's white, it has to be Norwegian, not even Russian. I don't know, bro. That's their fantasy, but it's fucked up. It's fucked up, yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's real fucked up.
I think some people are gonna come out and expose that shit. I'm just mentioning it a little bit, but...
I mean, how can you... Okay, you're gonna expose one group, two groups, three groups.
I don't even... Right. But the mentality is fucking there. It's out in the air, and you cannot kill that shit.
No one can kill that shit except themselves, man. That's just devil mentality.
Yeah. I mean, like, the thing is, you have like hunter groups, chat groups, hunting chat groups for white girls, but you don't see like this for black girls.
Maybe you just don't know. You just don't know, mate.
I'm just saying what I'm observing, all right? But in Russia, they probably have that kind of shit. Yeah, so I'm just saying what I observe, and it's a strange phenomenon. But speaking of China, man, this is one of the things I wanted to tell you. Especially if you're a red-haired white girl and you're petite, all right? You have to be really careful. Really careful. The type of shit that's really tucked up in China is people in the West, all right? They go on Instagram, they go on YouTube. If you watch some of the content related to China, and next thing you know, you're getting all these Chinese cities. It looks beautiful. It looks gigantic. You know, mega city. The buildings are like Dubai type shit. You know, and it's all about like economic boom. Like, China is so rich and wealthy, and give you this kind of imagination and fantasy.
Right.
And I go on Instagram. Especially this happened to me on Instagram. I have seen at least 5. Bloggers, because I don't use Instagram, right? But every time I watch, I can see people try to promote like, oh, you don't get this in the West. In China, we can walk outside. We can take a walk outside at 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. Nothing's gonna happen to me. This is literally the safest country in the world. right?
So
They compare China with the West or with the U.S., saying, "Look how safe we are. They don't have guns, right? They don't have fucked up neighborhood, right? You can go anywhere you want at any time." Part of it, man, like it's true, right? It's true.
Yeah.
China can be safe if you go out at 2 a.m. because even if it's 2 a.m., some guys are working. Right?
I guess there's always people.
There's
on
always
the street.
people all on the street. So in that sense, yeah, it is safe. But the thing is, I mean, as a foreigner, if I go to India, I wouldn't want to end up somewhere like in a village or something. Right? I always go to the big city.
Right.
I mean, Goa. I mean,
some
Mumbai,
capital cities and stuff.
Yeah, I don't go to like small cities. It's the same thing with China. So all these videos you see, it's either Shanghai or Beijing. It's not like dangerous. Especially these girls don't really find themselves out like in some street that they don't know, right? It's always the main street. So of course it's safe. And I would say the same about New York.
Yeah.
Right? If I can stay in Times Square for 7 days straight and I'm gonna get fed, even if I don't have money, I believe I can beg whatever.
Yeah.
I can survive. I can manage around. But if I go to some fucked up neighborhood, I wouldn't manage to survive even for 1 hour.
Yeah, damn right. I had to learn it hard way. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll go to your story, right?
Later.
But then there's a Ukrainian girl I know. All right, I'm just gonna say that the reality here. There's a Ukrainian girl I know. Not red hair. She's blonde. She's petite. She's beautiful. Way out of the most of the guys' league in China at least. One of the things that these girls like drinks.
Wait a minute. So you're speaking about these Ukrainian girls as general or someone you met?
No, someone I knew.
You knew from China?
From China. Yeah, she was living in China.
Okay.
All right. She likes drinking.
All right.
But she can't really handle alcohol. I don't know why people drink alcohol if you cannot handle it, right? A lot of people like to do that, especially, guys probably don't.
I mean, I used to do that when I was a teenager, but I know my limit now.
No, some guys, like, they are really drunk.
Yeah.
But they can be aggressive, they can be emotional, or they can be completely silent. I'm the silent type. If I'm drunk, I'm docked up. I can move.
I'm the blackout guy.
Yeah, like I'm still gonna be really sober. Even if I'm really docked up, right? But I'm still gonna be sober here. Even if I cannot control my body,
right,
like properly, but I'm still able to move, think,
right,
and I'm not gonna do dock up shit, you know.
Yeah.
But this girl, man, like she drinks and she loves going to clubs because she just came to China, and she wants to, at that kind of age, you like that kind of lifestyle, night lifestyle. China has really good night lifestyle compared to Ukraine, I would imagine.
Bro, I'm getting scared with this story. When
I go to Shanghai, bro, the first time when I go to clubs in Shanghai, I was shocked, bro. The kind of lighting, the lights, the glass. I mean, they did some devil shit with that kind of stuff. Drugs is like illegal there, but you go inside, you get high with these lighting. Can we see that? How it looks? I think I don't know. Like like the main street buildings, how they look? You mean? No, it's like the entrance of the club. Like they did some really good job as just saying like club wise. Look at the type of shit they pull off, bro. Damn, like you mean inside the club, right? Yeah, this is inside the club. No one can see no one. Usually it's like this, but still anyway. Yeah. The lights, they really know how to play with that. Yeah. And well, I get the point. Yeah. And this girl, man, she went to the club and she got drunk and she can't move. But she was with friends. She wasn't alone, right? Of course, you don't. As a girl, you don't really go to clubs alone. She was with some of the Russian friends. True. And she got so drunk and she needed to take a piss. And she went to the toilet and she never came the fuck out. Some guys, bro, on her way to the there's so many people in the club. On her way to the bathroom, some guy just dragged her into the bathroom. And I don't want to continue the story, but you know what happened. When she came out, she was I don't know, man. I don't know the full story here, all right? And I don't really want to tell stories like this. No, but it's okay. We get the point. Yeah, some fucked up shit happened. And I'll say this. This happened like not just once. This happened twice, maybe even 3 times, but at least minimum twice. And the thing is that, okay, she has, like, it's kind of her problem too. Like, if you can okay, I cannot say if.
No,
because
yeah,
I
we
told
can't
my-
blame the victim. It's true,
You
but
cannot blame the victim, yes, but I'm just saying, if you can't drink, you better not.
I know,
you better
bro.
not
I
drink,
understand
bro.
in these
You
kind of
better not drink.
situations,
Yeah.
it's always prevention. Prevention is always motherfucking better
It's like
than cure. You can never in this world, bro, argue about this with a liberal. I'll bet $10 million.
Yeah, it's like
You will never be able. She will say, "It's my life, my rules. I do whatever." Some fucked up shit happens like this. You can never go back in time.
Yeah, and you cannot undo.
And you can say all you want that, okay, guys should be educated, not the women. Guys should be educated. Okay, I understand what you're saying, but when it happens, right?
It happens.
You cannot go back in time.
Man, I just like.
I don't know, bro. It's just prevention is. If I have a daughter, I'll make sure that she understands these things, right?
Look, I don't smoke weed now, and part of the reason is I know I smoke, I get paranoid as fuck.
Right.
That's why I don't smoke weed. It's the same thing with club. You know, these kind of places are always demon possessed and it's not clean there. You don't go there if you're a god. I mean, if you are a normal being, you don't even have to trust believe in God to know these places are full of evils, right? The thing is, bro, you walk on the street and guys look at you like this, you know. Imagine you go to a club. These guys are fucked up, you know.
Yeah.
They are not thinking.
Yeah.
Most of the guys don't when they're drunk.
And most guy goes to club not to think.
Bro, I'll tell you, if I go to a gay bar and I'm drunk as fuck, I think I'm getting docked in my ass, bro. So even as a guy, you have to know this basic knowledge. You know.
Exactly, I know what you mean, man.
So this happened to her like a couple times, not just one time, man. Because
Man, that's fucking
she
crazy.
likes drinks and.
But she was okay, at least in the end. I
And
mean, nothing about it is okay,
and
but
let me continue, bro. This happened with some Chinese, but it also happened with a foreigner in China. When I found out that, I was so fucking pissed off, man. But it wasn't again, we don't have direct communication and stuff like that. But when I heard the story, I was like, fuck, if I was there, I'm gonna help her. I'm gonna go to the police, whatever the fuck I could do. If I was there, you know, I definitely I'm gonna do something. But I just don't know the other guys. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know why this.
Who were with her?
How you can just do this in public. I mean, even in this club, there's got to be some good people, right? And this looked strange. I don't know. But anyway, that's one of the story. Another story is there's literally one day, again, group of Russian girls. They go to the clubs, right? When they came out, because it was boring, whatever, they want to go home. When they came out, there was a Chinese girl, bro, lying on the street. And these Russian girls, they've never seen that kind of picture. I mean, they're naive, they're young, and they want to help her. So this girl grabbed some chairs, somehow just set her down. And they were just asking her, do you need help? And she said she couldn't, she was just mumbling. She couldn't even say a word. And then came up some guy and they told these Russian girls, it's fine, everything's fine. She's our friend. She's just a little bit drunk, and we're gonna get back her. Call a taxi. We'll get her home. And then you're just foreigners in China. What the fuck are you gonna do about this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely believe the story even if you don't want to, because you cannot leave if it's some human trafficking or some shit.
Yeah.
So they believed the guy, and they were like, okay, let's go back home. And they were just leaving. And while they were leaving, the girl grabbed one of the Russian girl's arm and was saying something like, help me, stuff like that. But she was literally just mumbling with her last breath type shit. She couldn't really say the word, right? And at this point, the girls was like, we're gonna call ambulance for her. And now, the staff from the club, he came out. He came to these Russian girls. And he said, you know what? These guys, this group of guys, they always come to our club, and situations like this always happen. Everything's normal, everything's fine. You guys should go back home. You shouldn't be part of this. And these guys are good customers. Don't worry about it. And then the Russian girls just left because I think a lot of things were involved there. But they believe that girl was drugged. Right, and as foreigners, they probably don't even know the number for the police, and there's really nothing you can do about it. I don't expect them to save the girl. I mean, even if I was there, and I see this kind of thing, and I want to help. The best I could do is just call the police.
At least, bro.
Because these guys, man, if they are brave enough, fucking brave. If they have balls to drug someone in the daylight,
yeah,
they can do shit. They can do a lot of shit. So that's one of the story, like clubs in China. Another story. This was actually told by. This is actually like not like some internet legend. There was also a foreign girl, something like that. She went to the club. She wake up the next day in a hotel, in a strange hotel. She doesn't remember what happened, but her kidney was missing.
In one day?
In one night. What the fuck?
In one night?
She went to the club. Someone drugged her. She woke up in a hotel, and her kidney. And this story, bro, this is not some like movie shit. This is like a friend of a friend of a friend. Like,
you know these people.
I know these people. There's a witness.
God damn, man! In one night. Oh my god! Thank God they didn't take both.
I
mean, they had chances.
I don't think they can take.
If someone don't give a fuck about your one kidney,
if you take both, man, that's the next
murder case.
Be next level. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a murder case.
You cannot get away with this. One kidney, you probably can get away because she's a foreigner. I mean, Chinese laws probably don't even protect her. And probably it's even government backed. I don't know, man. I don't want to say this, but
yeah,
I'm just saying. People who does this kind of business, they are protected, and they can pull it off. Yeah. So when I heard this story, because you always see these kind of things on movie screens, like in movie script, like someone, this happens in club, people steal people's kidney. You always hear this kind of news, but when you actually know that someone tell you that this happened to my friend, man, I just like, wow, this is actually happening. So, yeah, man, I feel pain in my kidney when I tell this story.
Yeah, it hurts.
That's why I tell everyone in China, like, don't go to clubs. If you really want to go with your friends, and you have to be careful.
You have to be really careful, man. It's not a paradise, It's not fucking heaven where you can just do whatever you want. It's almost close to, I would say, hell, because personally I don't like clubs.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy.
Because you are you're just too, how do you say? You're just too obvious. Like, everyone can see you're a foreigner, and they're gonna be curious.
No one is in their right mind.
Either in good way or in bad ways, they're gonna notice you.
Those kind of places, yeah.
So yeah, and in Chinese, we literally have a slang. I have a term. A few years back, we call like pick. How do they say? Like pick up the dead. So you would have like a lot of drunk girls every night who's got drunk and who's just lying on the ground. I don't know why they always lie on the ground. Like, they threw up, they cannot really control themselves. They sit on the ground, and some guys will just call the cab or drive and just literally like don't even drag. Like, you just tell them and put them in the car, and then they're gone. They go to some hotel, whatever they do. Sex is the least thing. I mean, it's really bad, right? It's terrible, yeah. It's horrible, but it's like, it's not the worst.
Yeah, it's just ugly to see someone, puked all over and fallen on the street, man. This is the last thing you'll be thinking if you're a normal thinking guy.
Yeah. Especially, bro, I think even if you're a guy, you have to protect yourself, because drug, man, if they drug you for your kidney and shit.
Exactly. It's not about guy or girl. It's just being smart on the streets, protecting yourself, knowing the reality, not living in a fairyland in your goddamn head,
Exactly. So don't go to China and think you're safe.
Bro, I don't go to anywhere in this world and think I'm safe.
Yeah, go on.
Ask me why.
Why?
Yeah. I'm gonna say, bro, before I say this story, right? Yeah. I'm gonna, just because you were saying this story and you said that, this girl was laying on the street and this Russian girl saw her but didn't do anything because...
I mean, they tried.
I understand. Some guy just came and said, hey, everything is okay, just go, we'll take care of it. And they just left, yeah?
Yeah.
It's 2025 or even 2023 or something,
like 2023,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen this Netflix documentary, Jeffrey Dahmer? No. Do you know Jeffrey Dahmer?
Let's look it up, because I don't know. Maybe I can recognize the face. Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, Oh, it's a serial killer.
He's not just a serial killer, bro. He's almost close friend of Satan himself. Ask me why.
He looks handsome though, you know.
That's what all the girls thought when he went to the prison. They glorified him. Anyway, this guy's story is another thing, okay? How he died. But this guy, bro, he was gay, all right? He was he was active during 1980s or 1990s. I'm not so sure about the timings, right? In US. So he was gay and he was only targeting men, guys, usually foreign guys. Because foreign guys, they would easily fall for a white guy and just go with him, you know, like to the house and stuff, you know, just trust him. So he would take foreign guys from the clubs, usually from the clubs, go there.
When you say foreign guys, like foreign to him or?
Foreign to him.
Okay.
I mean, foreigners, like in USA, like black guys usually, or Asian guys from Thailand, you know, from Thailand, there used to be guys in US, they're gay, like ladyboys and shit.
Yeah.
So he goes, target them, bring them home, right? Saying something like, everything will be okay, we will have fun. He goes home, get them drunk, poison them with the drink, tie them up, kill them, eat them.
Okay, hold on.
Eat their meat.
So it's not for sexual purpose. I mean, he's like just want to kill them and eat them.
He wants to eat them. I think he also masturbates, bro. He
masturbate?
Like maybe even fucked the dead bodies. I'm not so sure. I don't remember all the entire story, but he was really sick. Really sick. He used to keep stuff in his wardrobe, like to remember, like the dead body head, fingers. Bro, he's sick, all right? My point is, in one of the story, which came out, it was Thai guy, actually. He brought the Thai guy. He kept it in his house. He drilled a goddamn hole in his head.
Damn.
Put some acid in it because he searched.
Acid?
Yeah, he searched probably on internet something like, how can I create my own zombies? Like, who will listen to what I say and just follow me around, right? I don't know what the hell internet gave. He drilled the hole in his brain and put some acid or some shit. This guy was alive for some time, bro. And he ran outside the house. He escaped even in that goddamn situation. He escaped. He went on the streets. He fell on the streets. Jeffrey Dahmer's neighbor, right? She's a black woman. And she always had some intuition that this guy, something is going on in his flat because she always hear noises like drill noises, or not drill noises, like saw. Because he's cutting people's bodies and she could smell dead bodies from... And she complained, bro. She went to police and complained many times. Nobody took any action because she's black and he's white. Anyway, in this story, right? The Thai guy went on the streets. He's on the streets, almost dead. The black lady comes. She sees it. She calls the police. She says, you know, this guy, ran from this guy. Something is wrong. Please take care of him. Please see what's going on. Jeffrey Dahmer comes behind. He says, this guy is my boyfriend. He's not okay in the head. I'm taking care of him. Just like the what happened with the boxers, right? Sorry, not boxers. In the club you were saying with Russian girl.
Yeah.
So he came and he said, everything is okay. I'll take care of him. He's not right in the head. I'm taking care of him.
At this time, his head was open.
It was not open. It was drilled somewhere, bro. And it was bandaged, and there was acid or something inside. Man. He was gone, bro. He was definitely gone.
So disgusting, bro.
It's very disgusting. And police told Jeffrey Dahmer, okay, please take care of your boyfriend. They didn't even consider any words this black lady said.
Because
brought them both to Jeffrey Dahmer's home, left him there, went away. Police, not nobody else, police. And this guy was dead in next 2 days. He killed him. I think he didn't kill him, he just died because of all the holes and shit, you know?
Damn.
And it was 1980s, and I was thinking, what kind of shit society was it in 1990s or something? And today, 2023, it's still the same shit society, right?
Bro, you have to...
Listen to me, bro. I mean, now I'm gonna explain my story because it's very linked to society.
Okay.
So which city was I in? The most safest is what people call, right? In France, Paris.
I mean, people definitely don't call that.
Yeah, people who've not been there call that shit.
Okay.
People who've been there knows it's not that safe. Just like any other big cities in this entire world.
Okay.
And one day, bro, it was my friend's birthday. We were in Sacré-Cœur. Sacré-Cœur is like the place, a very famous place in Paris. It has the church, white church on the good view. Anyway, Sacré-Cœur. We were there, we were having fun. Okay, I smoked a little bit of weed. It was 3 a.m. or something, and he called me, bro, come, let's go to my place. You can go back to yours tomorrow. But I was like, no, it's okay, bro, I'll go back. It's not that far, but it was goddamn far. I went, he went his own way, I went my own way. It was 3 a.m. or something like that, and was waiting for the bus, bro. And it's not even a suburb. The neighborhood is called Saint Denis, right? It's almost in the second zone of Paris itself.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for the bus. 3 white guys came. I'm not so sure. Like 3 guys came, right?
Okay.
He came to me, and I was already like a little coming down from my,
Were they French?
Yeah, they spoke French.
Okay.
The 3 guys came, and they looked like they're like 23, 24, 25. One guy was like almost 29, 30 years old, I guess. Other 3 looked younger. The guy who was kind of older. He came to me, came close to me. And he said, he was asking for some address, right? Where does this come? In French. I was barely understanding, right? And I said, I don't speak French. I speak a little bit. And he started coming close to me, right? I just put his fucking hands in my neck and grabbed my gold chain necklace. He just, plucked it because it came out really easy. And once he done it, bro, I hold his collar. I understood. It's not right. Something is going on, right?
So he already snatched your
He
chain.
already snatched. It takes 1 second, man.
Okay, so he
Right?
just fell off from your neck.
It didn't fall off. Like, look, I'm gonna come close to you, right?
Yeah.
It takes 1 second, bro,
Yeah,
right,
yeah, I
to
understand.
pick the chain, and it cuts.
Sure,
it cuts.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
It cuts
fell
really
off,
fast.
yeah.
Yeah, and it hurt me a little bit too, anyway, on my neck. So I hold him by his collar. It was cold. It was November. We are all wearing jackets and shit. And other 2 guys also came to me, right? They're trying to pull me off. And it's like a kind of all hassle, right? Messed up hassle. I'm trying to hold these guys, and we fall them on the ground. But the thing is, I think I was stupid. I just blamed myself, right? I was not thinking about how can I defend myself, how can I beat up this guy and get my chain back or something. I was not thinking about these things at all. I was looking at these 2 guys, right? Because it was not just me and those 3 guys there. There were 2 other guys who were standing there at the bus stop.
Mm-hmm. How far were you from the bus stop? Like,
from the guys and me, where this action was going on.
yeah. So from the point where the fighting was going on
Yeah.
to the bus station, like how far away?
I was just in the bus stop, bro.
You were at the bus. Okay.
Yes, I was standing under the station kind of things.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just there, and those
And
guys
the
were
two-
also there.
And the 2 other guys is like
Yes,
next to you.
me.
I thought they were.
I could jump and I can touch them. You understand?
And they were
Literally, and they were literally standing there and watching the entire thing like a movie. Bro. Didn't say a word from their mouth. Right? Didn't say a word from their mouth. Nothing. I was holding these guys for at least for 5 minutes. This entire thing was happening for not 5 minutes is too long, maybe 3 minutes. 3-4 minutes I was holding them.
So strange.
Yeah, and then they just snatched from me, and the 3 guys ran in 3 different directions. And I was actually asking for their help. It's not like I was also looking at them. They were Indians, man. I think they were Indians or Sri Lankans. They looked brown. 2 guys, bigger. They were bigger than me and even these 3 guys.
Mm-hmm.
And they looked old, like matured, like 30, 32. And I was like screaming, like, guys, they have my gold chain. Please help me. Pin drop silence, bro. They like.
Fuck man, I'm
That
shocked.
broke my heart, man. That really broke my heart.
I'm shocked.
I don't give a shit that my gold chain was stolen. It's okay. They're thieves. Their job is to steal, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's what it is. The world is not ideal. I understand.
They're robbers, yeah.
Yeah. But that situation, bro, where the guys were just looking at me deep in my eyes, because this kind of situation, I only seen it in movies, right? This happened to me first time in my life. And I was expecting that people would help, like generally. If I'm seeing something like that, bro, even if I don't go and directly start fighting, I would shout at least. I would do something, bro. I wouldn't just stand there and look.
Yeah. And the guys who were robbing you.
The guys robbed me already.
They didn't have any weapons.
They didn't have any weapons.
They were
All
just bare hands.
Yes, there were 3 guys and it's just me, and I was holding the guy who had my chain because he was putting his hand here, right? And 2 other guys were pulling me off from the guy who had my golden chain.
Yeah.
So, I'm so sorry. Yeah, but
Like,
you
okay,
get the point,
hold
bro.
on.
The craziest thing, I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
So they robbed me. The guy was just standing there, looking deep in my eyes when all these things was happening.
They were staring at you?
They were staring at me. They were staring at the situation. Of course, how can you just look somewhere else, bro, when this is happening in front of you? They're looking at me, looking at the whole thing. I was asking for their help, looking at them.
Yeah. Did you say something?
I just have a feeling that if they were white people or black people, they would have helped me, bro. I just have that feeling, gut feeling. They would have helped me.
Fuck, man, that's so, that
I think
you're
they're just
going too deep right now. You're going too deep.
But anyway, bro, I just want you to say that it really broke my heart. It broke my heart, and I can't hide it.
I understand.
And they sat in the same bus that I went.
The
And they were looking at me. And they were talking to each other in Tamil language, which I fucking understand.
Okay. So which region speaks this language?
South of India.
South of India. Not sure.
And also Sri Lanka.
Okay, and also Sri
They kind of speak the same language, so I don't know where they're from.
Okay. What they were talking about?
They were talking about how they were pitying me, right? Like somebody robbed this guy. We were just standing there, and when the bus came, right, there was already one guy in the bus who they both knew. So there's three guys were discussing. So this one guy who was in the bus, right, already he was telling these guys like, why the fuck didn't you guys like don't do anything? You were just there.
And what did he answer?
I don't know. They
didn't
this much I understood, but what
Okay.
they said is I didn't understand because
Oh God. Damn,
I just went home and I just couldn't stop thinking about this, bro. That's all I'm saying is, man, it doesn't matter. 2024, 1988, people are still like that. You know, it just depends.
People are cold. Some of them are.
Not cold, but they only think about themselves. There's no community view in people's head.
I don't want to make this like, I don't want to make you feel bad, but I kind of want to make it, make a point here. We believe in ghosts and demons and stuff, right? If they're true. I mean, come on, man. I mean, all people believe in this kind of shit, no matter what kind
I don't
of
believe, but I keep their options open, bro.
Okay, I don't care what religions you are. I mean, spirits, soul, however you want to call it, right? There's the good ones and there are the bad ones.
Spirits, yeah.
And I can tell you this, bro. The good ones come out when there's sunlight, and the bad ones come out at night. That's just a universal rule, right? That's just a universal rule. So 3 a.m. in the morning, Paris, the demons are out. They're all demon possessed, and you don't want to find yourself in the street. It's the same thing with that girl. You don't want to find yourself in a club if you can't, handle it. So my point is this, bro. It's fucking dark, man.
I still blame myself, bro. I still blame myself. I blame myself, bro. It's the same theory, right? Prevention is better than cure.
Yeah.
I blame myself.
Look, were you high?
I wasn't high. I was coming down.
But you were like full of energy, or
no? It's 3 a.m. You know, bro, how it is.
Okay, you're tired.
Maybe when you're high, you have energy, yes. But when it's coming down, you're like sleepy, and tired, wiggly.
Okay. Do you remember if your eyes were dry and red?
My eyes were dry.
So
that's for
definitely
sure.
that's how they picked you up.
Nah, bro.
I mean, they
just looked at me. I was standing alone.
Okay. But the whole story is so bizarre. I mean, there were other two
and I was a foreigner
Indian guys
in France.
No, but the thing is that there were 2 other Indian guys. The 3 guys came. I mean, at least they could have tried to associate you with them, but they did it anyway. They didn't even give a fuck.
No, we were not like standing. Those 2 guys were standing together, bro, like this. You understand? And I was not with them. I was standing alone. I was using my phone.
Okay. So strange. And how long the fighting?
I mean, I can understand why they picked me. If I was robber, I would pick me too in that situation.
Yeah.
But I understand. Look, I'm not gonna blame them, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna blame them. I was gonna pick me too. Standing there all alone, fucking shivering because I was also cold because my coat was bad.
Yeah.
I could remember that because I was shivering. I was cold.
So now we know, France is not safe.
Nowhere. It's not. The point is, bro. It's nowhere safe.
Yeah.
You just have to be really careful wherever you go. Be
Yeah.
yourself. Be mindful of your surroundings, no matter what.
Yes. And don't go to the places you shouldn't, because a lot of people still very naive and they think the worlds are safe, right? Like, it's developed the country.
Yeah, that's the total horse shit. If somebody thinks developed countries or first world countries are safe as hell, that's total horse shit.
Yeah. No, it's not just.
Bro. It's
just
total
not
horse
about.
shit.
It's not just about that, but I think. Yeah, bad people are like everywhere, and bam, like
exactly, bad people
serial
are
killers
everywhere.
out there even today, right? And there are still the same like as this Jeffrey.
Dude, I mean, I think
even right
exactly.
now.
These guys are
doing
stupid.
Some horrible stuff.
Yeah, bro. If you think how these guys get caught, right? These serial guys.
How did they get caught? Eventually.
Let me think. It was somebody who actually escaped another time. He was also a black guy. He escaped, he went to the police, he said, and then when they came to the house, they found everything. And police didn't find him himself. That's what I'm saying.
I saw right here. He was arrested on July 2020, 22nd, 1991, after a potential victim escaped and alerted the police.
And bro, you know the craziest part?
Uh-huh.
This part I think it'll interest you, since you're like a godly person.
Yeah. He said. I kind of know where this, like...
Listen to me, bro.
Yeah. Keep going.
When he went to the prison, right?
Yeah.
People glorified him. Police glorified him. Investigator glorified him because he's weird, right? Imagine you get caught, you eating people, you're completely messed up in the head. Everybody wants to know what's going on in your head, right? The psychologist, where the hell is in the prison, right? They don't want to see you like a criminal. They want to see you who is messed up in the head, who wants to study you, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the people were sending him money. Like you said, he's so handsome, you said, right? When you saw some girls, right? Dark possessed women exist on the planet right now, opening or walking around. They like shit like this, right? Serial killers. They see him, oh, he's so pretty, oh, he's so messed up in the head. They used to send him money, love letters and shit. I'm not joking.
Okay.
Knowing what he did.
And they knew. They knew he ate people.
Yeah, bro, it was all on the air. It was all done. That's why
Okay.
it even made him more famous that he's so messed up. And though in prison, he used to make fun of prisoners. He was not scared to be in prison. He used to like eat meat and make jokes, that the human meat used to be more tasty or shit like that. Dude, in the prison, with the prisoners were scared of him. So he was glorified, right? When he was in the investigation room, police officers used to give him cigarettes to smoke and drink, coke, everything. He was treated very good in the prison. There was one...
Because I still don't understand, man.
I don't understand too, but word is sick, bro. They just want to study him, what is going on.
Like, how did he convince these officers, like, just because his personality, his charisma?
He's actually his charisma, actually. He just he never said lies, right? He even said it out loud, that I'm really
himself.
fucked up.
It's really
He
satanic.
accepted, right? I'm really fucked up. It's not my father's fault. It's my fault. I'm fucked up. He accepted everything. I'm completely mentally... I even sometimes went to talk about this to my dad, that I'm so fucked up in my head. I'm feeling very fucked up and I feel like killing and eating people. But he didn't say it. He didn't confess. The thing is, he confessed all these things like... he agreed, right? He accepted the guilt. But he didn't... he didn't have the guilt. No guilt. He was smiling and shit all the time. But he accepted it, that he did it. I mean, there was no way. They found everything. So in this prison, right, there was one black guy. And he found God in the prison. Like, he was Christian. Like, he did some bad stuff.
I know his name.
He went to prison.
Yeah.
And he was like following Christianity in the prison. Like, he found God in the prison, right? Always holding the Bible and thinking about God and shit. And he was seeing all these things happen. And he believed in his heart that he's not person. Jeffrey Dahmer is not a human being. He's a devil. And he believed also that his purpose on this earth, like this black guy's purpose on this earth, was to kill him. And that's why he is in the prison in the first place.
Fuck.
He killed him.
Fuck. This is mind-blowing. Okay, can I give you the information here I see on the screen?
Yeah.
On November 28th, 1994, he was beaten to death in prison by another inmate, Christopher Scaver. Bro, Christopher. I mean, that just sounds like Christ to me. Like, when you tell me the story, I look at his name, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, damn.
That's why I said it'll be very interesting for you.
Yeah, this is exactly the point I was trying to make, bro. I believe people are demon possessed. I mean, if not most, some of us are demon possessed.
Corrupt inside.
Inside,
People are corrupt inside.
I mean, demon possessed is just an easier way to understand it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But we're corrupted, and it is true. And I mean, all of us are corrupted in heart because of. I don't want to go through all of the story.
I get the point. Yeah.
But like, at least we can. At least some of us can identify it. We see a person who's like demon possessed. Like, some of us know good and bad. I mean, not all of us, but like even it's hard to it's a blurry line,
Yeah. That's crazy.
But this is fucking up with my head right now, bro. I just don't understand the part how he could convince everybody.
He didn't convince anyone, bro. That's what I'm saying. He was not like.
Oh shit! So you mean that he's the demon, or
maybe
devil himself?
Do you want to see maybe a small interview where he's talking?
Yeah,
You'll understand.
Sure.
Man, this was sick. This rap.
Hold on, bro. Let me grab some water too. Let me grab some water.
Jeffrey Dahmer confession or something.
Moonwalk.
There's this actor, bro.
Let's check this short one. Yeah.
I was branching out. That's when the cannibalism started, eating of the heart and the heart muscle. It was a way of making me feel that they were a part of me. At first it was just curiosity, and then it became compulsive. I was...
See, he's not trying to hide anything. He's just really speaking his heart out, like what he felt, why he did it.
He looks like a fucking Spider-Man a little bit.
Tobey Maguire. In this video, he definitely looked like that, man. Shit, I know that you mentioned.
Oh God, man.
Bro, a guy did the acting, right?
I mean, his voice just bothers me, man. His voice makes my heart like...
Yeah, it's not the voice, man. Trust me, it's what he said. What he said was so dark right now.
I can't believe we caught all of this on footage, like colored footage.
Holy damn, bro. You eat someone so you feel like they are one. You and that person is one.
Oh God, it's a sick concept. That's what I'm telling you, bro.
You should put Jeffrey Dahmer confession. I mean, anyway, you got the point, bro.
Yeah,
how he was speaking.
Yeah,
he was just open about everything. I think it's just people love to listen to these things, you know, and that's why they kept him alive. They should have just put him to death.
Exactly.
But they like this fantasy shit. I don't know. He's the guy, the black guy there, Christopher. My bro, he did what he had to do, man.
Did they sentence him after he killed him?
Wow, I don't know, bro.
I hope they didn't. I hope at least people...
You want to check?
Okay. I mean, look. What I was curious was here. He was arrested on July 22nd, 1991, and he was beaten to death like 1994. They kept him alive for 2 years.
For 4 years. 3 years, sorry.
3 years, yeah.
And he was having fun. And even he would have been alive for a lot of years if it wasn't for Christopher Scarver. You have to see his court video in the court when he's getting sentenced. Like Christopher, he has zero regrets. What he did.
Christopher Scarver, Scarver. Sorry.
Oh, he was already life sentenced. Yeah, so there was nothing to lose.
Serving a life sentence for a 1990 murder when he killed Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay, then if he was a murderer, bro, I mean, I thought he was inside because of some...
No, dude, that's what I'm saying. He did some bad stuff, but in the prison...
But you cannot see you good... Okay, anyways, this is all tied up. He saw... Okay. Okay.
Dude, you can be a fucked up person and later be a proper person, all right?
I understand. I thought he was trying to like justify himself. I killed this man just so I can be in the prison and to kill the devil. I thought it was something like that. This is next level shit, bro. That is why, man. The physical world we have is just the surface. Whatever is happening in this dimension, there's a reflection. There's a parallel reflection.
Parallel reality that we can see.
In a spiritual world we can't see. So if, like, let's say Jeffrey was the devil himself, right? It was basically, or demon. It was basically the demon fighting the good. You understand what I'm saying? And it was just the reality, just a projection of the spiritual world. That is why, man. When these two Indians staring at you like nothing was happening, I mean, it's not like at that moment at least they didn't have what a human have. Like they are possessed, and it is not even their fault, right? Maybe the demon really got into their body and just stand and look at this. Whatever, man. A lot of stuff like this went on, man.
Anyway, bro, the point is it's not safe anywhere.
Yeah,
just have to be. Yeah.
That's why you have.
It's not about men. It's not about women. It's about prevention better than cure.
That's why you have to put your faith in God.
Blame yourself.
Yeah.
Blame yourself. It's not about victim blaming, but blame yourself so you're fucking aware of something.
Yeah, this is some dark magic shit. Yeah. Literally, there's another story, about this kind of things, that there was a guy, all right? From what I understood is that I don't really know the name of the story or the name of the guy, but he's a little bit messed up in head, right? He's a little bit psychopath or something like that. and he was going back home, right? He was on his way back home that night, and suddenly there was a mansion. I don't know. There was a house on the side of the street. I don't think it was a mansion. It was just a normal house, right?
Right.
And the door was open, and he saw that, and he went into the door. He went into the main room. He went into the living room, and there was a woman sleeping, all right, or she just took off her clothes, and she was ready to sleep, and some stuff like that. She was getting ready to sleep. And the man, bro, this guy who, imagine you just walk on the street and you saw the door was open, you get into the house and there's a lady lying on the lying in bed.
Right.
And he get on the bed, and this woman, bro, she thought this guy was her husband, and they fucked.
Like, were they blind, both of them?
I mean, it was dark. Not much I can tell you, but it's still strange, right? And they had sex or something like that.
Oh.
And then they just figured out it was not her husband or something. I don't know exactly, but we can
Let's pull it off, man.
We can put it off. Yeah.
Let's pull it off.
It's
a known story?
Yeah, it's a real story.
All right.
Of the man who. Okay, I cannot find the exact story. Like I said, I don't remember the name of the story.
Right.
But here's the story. So he went in and he had sex with the woman, and somehow either her husband came or somehow they figured out and they called the police, and they took the guy to the police, right? The crazy guy, and the police were just investigating him and like, why did you do this, right? And the whole thing is strange. Like, I mean, the woman let him, you know.
Yeah.
And he said when I went and saw the house, I suddenly heard a voice in my head, and God told me to go into this house and have sex with her. And it sounds strange, right? It
sounds very strange, very fishy.
It sounds like a BS, yeah. But then they were just doing an investigation on him, like what's his name, where he lives, and then they figured out the guy's house then was literally burned down that night, the same night. And a little bit later that night. So he doesn't know about this, and he looks like that he went into the house. God protected him, and his house was burned down. If he was in the house that night, he's gonna be asleep, and the house is gonna be burned down, and he's gonna die inside. He was gonna. So, and he didn't know about this, right? And he was just saying, God told me to do this, and I did. And I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. But
why would God ask this nigga to go and sex with someone, man? It sounds very fishy, bro.
Bro, God did a lot of stuff in the Old Testament, right? That sounds fishy, but you know, I don't want to say this is normal, but
maybe they were soulmates. They were meant to be together.
Also, bro, when you hear voice, right?
It could be devil too.
It could be devil too. Devil never say I'm the devil. Devil can never say he's the devil. Devil say worship me. You understand? Like, so yeah, he would say he's God too. Man, I don't know. I feel like it's so satanic. The whole thing, like, it's very, the dragon, you know, we talked about the dragon, the symbol of the devil. Man, about this, so, I mean, as a Chinese, right, we are the descendants of the dragon. That's how we've been claiming ourselves, like, all along the history. Right?
So how do you claim other people? I'm just curious.
They don't care about other people.
They just don't care.
The Chinese back then, they didn't care about other people. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, let's do something, because I don't know how did they call. How did
like, they believed every Chinese people are dragon descendants, or just the kings and royalties?
Look, they call Japan an ancient name, often translated as dwarf or small people. They call Japanese dwarf country. You know what I mean? And they call the Korea, what is this word? A traditional name still used in China today, Gaoli, after Goryeo. Okay, this is just the pronunciation. Okay, Vietnam they used to call An Nan, a Tang dynasty designation.
Bro, it's all depending on the who were ruling these people, what dynasty was there.
Okay, look. This is the general classification. They call the people from the southern barbarians. People from the eastern barbarians, western barbarians, northern barbarians. So only the people who live in the middle is like the Chinese, right? Even if I was back then, like they would call me like southern barbarians or some shit.
So
like
China was considered like the center of the earth.
Yeah, they think they're in the center of the earth. They think they're in the center of the universe. That's basically the name of China means, right?
So
in Chinese.
China,
Yeah.
literal translation in
Central.
English means central.
Central country, yeah. Central
Sweet.
country.
So you had like dragon, right, on your
Yeah.
flag before.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Liz, because I think most Chinese don't even realize this. Even the Christians, all right? Who think he's in the center of the universe, first of all, in this world? If we're talking about the Bible. Who think he's better than God?
The devil.
The devil. And the devil think he's in the center of the world. Because why he's in the center? Because of pride, right? He think he's the best, he's the most beautiful, he's the most capable, and he's close to God. So in his heart, he think he's the center of the universe. He's very condescending. He's a very condescending spiritual being.
Right.
And if you look at the Chinese narrative, and they literally claim themselves, named their country the center of the universe, the central country, I do not see why not call themselves the descendants of dragon. So the Chinese back then, when they saw a dragon flying, and start doing magic and stuff like that, they would think this is our God. You understand? Like,
Wait a minute. So you're saying
yeah,
that dragon kind of was glorified in China, right? One.
it is glorified in China.
It is right now, okay. It's glorified in China, but you're saying in biblical terms, Satan was snake.
He was snake and he was dragon, yeah.
So how do they depict in Bible, like the snake with wings or just snake?
Okay, if you want to talk about this, it's,
No, I'm just if they even mention in Bible.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
not read Bible, so you know.
yeah. I mean, like the dragon or snake is just a symbolic term, right? So the dragon represents the devil, and it's the same thing as a snake. So in the Old Testament, I mean,
I remember, bro. I was just watching something, and he showed this snake,
the snake
picture, and it had wings.
Yes. So I mean, every scholars believe in different things. So in how can I forget this? The devil is in my head right now. He's trying to stop me thinking. God damn. Okay, look.
Yeah.
It's about this Hebrew word or the description from different translations. So yeah, when you say
Something
snake,
that crawls on the stomach.
Snake, yeah, when you say snake, you can. They believe that it wasn't like exactly like the snake we know today, but the snake had wings, because he was angel, and the snake had the wings, and he just I think in Revelation. So, later they also called devil the dragon, right? So that doesn't matter. Dragon, snake, it's the same thing, all right? It's a big snake. You can understand it like that.
Can we pull it off? How it looks?
How dragon?
No, how biblical snake looks.
I don't think they have such image, but
they
let's
will
see.
have some, yeah.
Let's see some.
Some scholars will.
Yeah.
So translate the Bible and make it into an image.
Biblical. You want to say biblical snake or biblical?
Biblical Satan snake.
Biblical Satan.
Satan definitely had wings.
I think this is probably
Biblical Satan as snake. Let's bro, because Satan can change his.
Biblical Satan as snake. I don't think.
Ooh, bro, look at this one.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a description about how snake. How he
serpent in Eden
as a serpent. Yeah.
Damn.
Serpent, the snake.
That looks like dragon that Chinese people usually put on their flag.
I'll show you the dragon, the Chinese dragon. Chinese dragon. All right, this is the ones we worshipped, and even today.
Man, they are so similar.
And they look scary. I don't want to say I'm the descendants of this stuff.
What
right?
about the flag, bro? You had this yellow flag, right? Before.
That was just like from the Qing dynasty, but it doesn't matter. It's just they wanted to make a point that, you know what, we're protected by the dragon, and it's just a weird.
So similar, man.
It is very similar. It is very similar. It's just that how people would. Okay, look. Let me call it the snake. All right.
Okay. Just for the story's sake, let's go.
Okay, look. Here's my whole point about this. This motherfucking thing existed before, and I'm talking about physically. Like in the West, when people saw this thing, that like a big snake like flying on the sky, and they just, oh, this is a snake, right? Because it looked like a snake. And when this motherfucker went to China, and people down on the ground and looked up and like, oh, he was flying, and they were, oh, this was a dragon. All right. So you see, it's the same thing, but they call it differently.
Wow, I mean, it's all linked.
It's
kind of
all
scary.
linked, and this motherfucker was everywhere trying to brainwash the nations.
And you were mentioning to me, bro, that earlier when we were talking, right, that in China there used to be some job post that's actually mentioned on the records.
Yes. Okay.
Dude, that was really scary. Can you please?
Yeah. So here's the thing is that before I pull this out, right?
Yeah.
The thing is that in China, literally, I don't know, I can't recall, but I think it was around 3,000 years ago.
Yeah.
So if dragon was never a real thing, because nowadays we say, oh, dragon is not real. It was just the imagination of the ancient people. But it's just strange. No nation in right now, there's no country right now claiming themselves still that we are the descendants of wolves or we are the descendants of tiger. I mean, people used to worship different animals, but no one still, with their logical mind, still believe that they are from this thing, all right?
Right.
But the Chinese still believe today, and they proudly believe that they're descendants of dragon. And I used to think that, you know what, the dragon we are talking about and the biblical snake and dragon is two different things. But as I started to actually read the Bible, and the more I read, the more I understood these are not two separate things, especially if you look at the history of China. Like, this is the same thing, but people project it in different ways. In the West, because they more or less have a whole holistic picture of the story, right? They understand the whole biblical stories. But in China, imagine like these people were just there and they didn't know the story of God or something. And when they see a angelic being, because Satan himself, he's really beautiful, right? He's like this guy, this Dahmer thing, this Jeffrey Dahmer. When you see a beautiful thing like that, you cannot say that he's devil, he's bad. You just automatically admit, okay, you're our God and we worship you. And that's what Satan does the best. He makes people worship him in different forms because he knows what you like. If you like money, then you worship him and he will be the money for you. You worship money, you worship him. If you like power, you like sex, you like whatever, you can worship in different forms. And apparently Chinese people like the dragon back then. We had the emperor of China literally had a job post, right, for a job position for people to breed dragon, to take care of dragons. I knew it is all written and documented. My point is, if there weren't any dragon, why would you document this? Why would you even have a job for this?
And when was this documents from? Do we have like date?
So, yes. Yeah, let's see. Okay, a lot of
So maybe dragon, they meant the throne. But feed dragon, what? That's weird.
Look, man, this is all up. Look, the Chinese emperor used to call themselves true dragon son of heaven. This wasn't a job, but the emperor's own title. This was his title, bro. The dragon was its totem, right? So he was seen as the embodiment of the true dragon. The emperor always believed that they are the true dragon son of heaven. Of heaven, like son of heaven, like dragon son of heaven. What? Bro, what the what are we talking about here?
Dragon and heaven.
Yeah.
That's like two different things.
No. Who's the son of heaven? Satan. Satan is the dragon. right? Satan is the son of God, and he was said the most perfect son of God.
Yeah, and he got corrupted.
He got corrupted, and he had a son, spiritually he had a son. He placed the spirit in the Chinese emperor. That's what I'm trying to say.
When you put it in that context, it literally means true dragon son of heaven is actually Satan. It's definition of Satan.
It's just mind blowing, dog. Like what the hell, bro? And you look at all the emperors of China. You look at our history. You don't understand. Like they are demonic. Let me put it that way,
dude. Since we're talking about snakes, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you this before, but I didn't. You know how snakes in different cultures are also represented as a bad guy? Because I know from Hindu religion, right? There is this story where Lord Krishna, right? Krishna is a god.
Let's put it up.
Yeah. He's a very charming blue color boy.
How do I spell it?
Krishna, bro.
N-A, Krishna.
Yes. He's the god, right?
He's also blue.
Yeah, I told you.
Is he or she?
It's a guy. That's when he was a baby. Well, look at this. This story I'll tell you later, all right? This story I'll tell you later. With the snake. So there's a story in ancient Hindu books, right? That Krishna when he was a kid, he used to be in this small village, growing up with some parents, with his foster parents, right? I don't want to say the whole story, but just, okay, giving you the background. And devil knew that he's God, right?
Krishna.
Krishna. Devil knew he's a God and he's on earth with people.
Yeah.
Trying to teach them stuff. Just like Jesus, man. It's not that hard to understand. Jesus came to earth and devil knew Jesus was on earth. Something like that, all right? And they were sending stuff, like demon was doing tricks to kill him or just to send him back. And he was a baby, when he was a baby, these things were happening. And now you can type Krishna with the snake. So he sent a snake and he polluted the entire river, the devil, with the snake poison. And this river was the main river for that village, right? And people were dying and they were not able to use this water.
All right.
And this guy had to stand up.
All right.
And he understood this is not a normal circumstance. It's not just a normal snake. It's something spiritual. And this he had to fight. He's God. And he fought this snake. He killed it.
This is crazy, bro. We are telling me this story.
And it's very famous. There are so many stories about him where he fought the demon. But this particularly with the snake is so famous. You see this statue everywhere. Most of the places where Krishna is, where there are temples for Krishna.
And he's the god of what?
Well, he's the god of love, I can say.
Love?
I can say he's not one god of something, bro. He's the reason for life on earth.
He's the god of life, then.
He's god of life, yes.
And Shiva is the god of destroyer.
No, Shiva is something different. He could be life. He could be a destroyer. It's Shiva for me. Bro, I cannot talk about this because I don't believe that Shiva is a god, or any of these things is God. I believe them as philosophies.
Yeah, as a philosophical take. Like for something to be alive, it has to be destroyed first. So that's the concept of
for
Shiva.
me. Yeah, Shiva is very beautiful concept for me.
She has to destroy and reborn.
Shiva is a concept, bro. Look, listen. Shiva is explained as something that has no beginning and no end. So it's infinity. It's in everybody. Right? Your soul doesn't have a beginning and end. And Shiva is considered also. The philosophy goes like Shiva is something that cannot be created and cannot be destroyed.
Yeah, because he's the life and destroyer himself, right? I understand.
And he has the power to create.
No, I understand.
And he has the power to destroy. Like every human being, bro. You are also. I believe everybody. We don't have a beginning and end. That's why we don't properly understand life and death.
All right.
Yeah.
I I'll agree with you the philosophy here, but let's go back to the snake a little bit, bro.
Yeah, the snake when we're talking, right? I mean, for me, from Hindu point of view, this is one. But I'm really interested to know in different religions there were snakes or not.
Look, we definitely had snake, and we called it dragon. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And what fascinates me the most is that, I mean, when you were telling me this story, I just kind of realized in even Greek mythology they had snakes. There was a one god, and also the snake was I don't recall which god it was, but it was the baby. Was it the baby Zeus or something? And the snake was trying to get the baby, but this baby was half. I mean, he was either like a demigod or some shit, right? He's half god, half human, and he just grabbed the snake by its head, and the snake couldn't eat him or something like that. So when you were telling me the story and the baby and the snake, I just realized snake appeared in many religions, mythologies as the evil.
Yeah.
And the thing is, listen, man, this is really important. The thing is, all these people, if you really believe in evolution, science and shit, right? You need to understand, 5,000 years ago, there aren't a lot of people there weren't a lot of people on Earth, first of all. And second, these people don't know each other. Even as close as India and China, they wouldn't have known each other. You understand? Like, if we're talking about science here, how? Come on.
I know how the stories can correlate with each other is what you're saying. Yeah.
So how would we all find out there are snakes, and we all think snakes are bad and evil?
But why the snakes always has to be so big? That's my question, man.
And the thing is, China probably is the only nation that worship snakes. I mean, all the other cultures, they hate snakes. Do you know
Indian culture is weird, bro, because in some parts of India,
you also worship snakes?
There are some things that worship snakes.
I mean, look, man, these people, look, then that's even weirder, right? You grew up like, okay, when we were monkeys, we're hunted by snakes. This creature does not look natural. It looks alien. You put it on Mars, they can survive a couple of days, I believe.
Oh, that's cockroach.
I believe.
They are weird.
I mean, snakes, like, they have no hair, no body. It's just
they're weird.
They eat everything, bro. They eat like crocodiles and shit. Yeah.
Like the babies.
How do you say the python? The python is
the
crazy.
Anaconda.
They
The big
eat-
ones.
they eat
Yeah.
everything.
True. They swallow them. Yeah.
They eat themselves as well. They eat each other.
Yes,
And they can if they find their own tail, they can swallow itself. Like, I don't know, man. It's weird. But the thing is, bro, we worship the snake. We worship the serpent, the dragon. And there's a whole story about this thing you wanted to tell me about this picture.
Yes. You know what else I was gonna say is, you know what else is connecting all the cultures except snakes?
Yeah.
The flood.
The flood.
The
Yes,
flood
let's
that's
talk about
mentioned.
the flood.
The flood that's mentioned in Bible, man.
Which
I've thought about it for a while, actually.
the flood. Let's talk about the flood. Okay, so first of all, how was the flood like in India? What's the story?
Look, okay. I gotta say I'm not very educated in mythology, but it's all stories my grandma used to tell me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And stuff I used to watch on TV as a kid, like cartoons. But yeah, there was a time the same God, God of life, right? Vishnu. So Vishnu is the God, like we know Shiva.
Vishnu is the wife. Oh, no, Vishnu. Sorry.
Shiva is a God.
Yeah.
Like there are three gods that are considered parallel to each other. There's no one big, no one small. Brahma is a god with three heads, right? Till today, I still don't know what's his function. Vishnu.
Yeah.
Vishnu is the god of life. He created world and he created people, is what they believe.
Wait, I really need to see how she looks like. It's a he or it's a she? It's no gender.
There's no gender for this god, man. He can become woman whenever he wants.
I think I've seen it in Nepal.
Vishnu.
A white, okay.
It's weird.
Brother.
It's
Are
weird.
you telling me this is the god of life?
It's weird, man.
Okay, keep going. I have some
All right.
mind-blowing shit to drop on you.
Yeah, but Vishnu it's considered. Look, these three gods they're trying to show here. You see? Yeah, the god with three head on the lotus. I don't know what's his function. Vishnu is the one standing there with both of his legs. And he's the god of life, right? He kind of oversees everything. Is what people believe. And there's Shiva. the one who's dancing. For me, he's a beautiful philosophy.
Yeah, I get it.
Yes.
Okay.
What was I saying anyway?
The flood.
The flood, yes. So this Vishnu, right?
Yeah.
It's considered that in our world, there's time that starts and it ends. Yuga is what we call in Hindu religion.
Yoga. What does
Yuga? Yuga means
Are we talking
timeline.
about the yoga?
Not yoga. Yuga.
Yoga. Okay.
I don't know how to. YUGA, I think. Yuga.
Yuga.
Yuga means time.
Okay.
So all the lifespan of time, let's say, right? It starts and it ends. Yuga starts. One yuga starts and it ends, and then second yuga starts and it ends. And we are in some yuga, bro. 7th yuga or something. I'm not very sure which yuga we are in. And it's believed that this God, right, Vishnu, in every yuga, he changes his form. He comes to earth to direct people, to guide people, to help people.
For what?
I don't know, bro.
No, my point is like we're already the 7th civilization according to this mythology, right?
Can we pull up, like, just to be very accurate with
Okay.
what we are saying? What yuga are we living in right now? YUGA. Look, those are the yugas that are already. Okay. We are living in 4th yuga, not 7th. My
Kali
bad.
Yuga.
We are living in Kali Yuga.
And
this
of darkness.
yuga is considered age of darkness because people are more corrupt. We conflict with each other. Our morals are decayed. All right.
God.
Now tell me, bro, this is devil and not God, huh? Things make sense, with
No.
every religion if you go deep in it. But anyway, bro, listen to me, right? And in every yuga, the God came on earth. When you saw that in one of the yuga, it was Krishna. He came to earth as Krishna. Just type here, in what yuga? It is said that beginning of the shortly after the death of Krishna. No, okay. Can you type which yuga Krishna came? Dwapara Yuga. So now scroll up. So where they are showing 4 yugas, right? Yeah, he came in 3rd.
Krishna.
Krishna came in 3rd yuga.
So before the other 2 yugas, before Krishna didn't came.
Krishna didn't come. Vishnu came in different form. Do you understand? Krishna is a form of Vishnu.
Okay.
Yes. So it's believed in the 4th yuga, which is Kali Yuga we are living right now. Vishnu will again come on earth in different form to help people because we are corrupt.
Can I say something? Can I stop you, please? This mythology you're telling me right now, right? I'm just curious. Is that this is Hinduism?
There's Hinduism.
And people believe this, right?
Yes.
Man, this is so interesting because everything. I don't want to say this is biblical. I just want to say the narratives are pretty much alike.
I know. You explained me biblical narrative, right? And that's why I'm explaining these things to you because they're all connected.
But you know what? This is the feeling I get. The story is the same story, but people, because we are seeing from different angles and perspective, so we're retelling the story and we wrote down the story from our own perspective.
You can say that. You can say that.
Yes.
You can say that.
It's the same thing, but because we're looking from, for example, this. I'm looking at you, right? If I'm looking at you from here, I'll tell people Dushan is ugly as hell. But if I'm looking at you from up there, from your best angle, I will tell you this is the most handsome man I have seen. So we are basically, our civilizations on Earth basically observing from different angles of the same damn event. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean, bro. I can't agree more.
And I want to say something else, is that this is just so fitting in, like, to the biblical narrative, he's coming back and stuff like that. But even before this, the first Satya Yuga.
Satya Yuga. Satya means truth.
Truth.
There used to be time on earth when everybody spoke truth.
Virtue.
People were of virtue, not corrupted.
That's what we call the Garden of Eden.
Exactly. That's when gods used to walk on earth freely.
That's so biblical. God damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we have Treta, right?
Treta Yuga, yeah.
Age of decline from perfection. Wow, man, this is the mind blowing, bro. Where Dharma, cosmic order, is reduced to 2 3/4.
I'm not religious, bro, but this is still blowing my mind off. The how things
You're
are
not
so
religious,
connected,
but you're
right?
spiritual.
Yeah, I'm spiritual.
Okay, so
for
the
sure.
third one, how do you say it?
Dwapara Yuga.
Dwapara Yuga. Further decline. Dharma.
Dharma
reduced to
is,
half.
let's say, purity of soul. All right? Dharma is purity of soul.
Yeah.
You
You understand the f***ing genetic thing we learned in Bible? The more we evolve, the less information our genes carry. So we're actually reducing to half and half and half and worse and worse and worse.
yeah.
It's the same damn thing.
Yeah.
Here.
So Dwapara Yuga was the time when Krishna came and to the earth to kind of save human beings.
Do we believe that there is gonna be the fifth yoga?
I don't know.
I think if look, if there has to be the fifth one, if there's the fifth one, I'm really gonna believe into this.
You wanna check it out?
Okay. That's a really interesting question. In a classical Hindu system, there are 4 yugas that repeating. It's repeating. It's a circle.
So we will go back to golden age after this.
Only speak of
only
four,
truth.
really.
I guess, man. I don't know. Maybe what does it say in fifth yuga? It only speaks 4 yuga.
But in some regional or philosophical traditions, people talk about a fifth age coming after Kali Yuga, sometimes called
Satya Yuga, the first one.
Reborn.
People became true, like speaking truth to each other, virtue.
It's actually
Comes back
It's
again.
actually kind of like what Jesus told us, right? The revelation, the darkness is gonna come. It's actually like Fourth Yuga, but then everyone's gonna be. I mean, the earth is gonna be new. There's gonna be a new heaven for all of us. So Jesus came and drew an end to everything. He defeated death. He defeated Satan, and he didn't. And he stopped saying, "Okay, there's gonna be another event."
Think about it. Think about it real good, bro. Think about it real good. Jesus actually said he's gonna
Come back. Yeah.
put back all the stuff together how it was before the Eden.
He's gonna. Yeah. He didn't.
So it's gonna start again, man. Remember the first yuga, right? When Eden used to exist.
Here's a little bit different. He didn't say he's gonna restart, but he said there's gonna be something new, a new place for all of us, for all of our souls, a new heaven.
Anyway, we can't like go word by word what God said because God didn't talk to us. But the essence itself, man, you understand the feeling.
Yeah, I more or less the same.
The
thing.
more or
Yeah,
less
I
it's the
get it.
same
Like
thing,
I said, it's the same thing, but observed from different perspective. Let's go back to the Chinese a little. Okay, what about
No,
the flood?
flood,
What about
man.
the flood? Yeah.
So it was the fourth yuga in Dwapara Yuga, the Bronze Age, is what they believe. Is when the
Iron Age.
no,
Fourth one is iron.
no, sorry, the third age, Dwapara Yuga, when Krishna came to Earth, there was rain, like heavy rain.
Why? Did he say why?
No, that's an interesting question. You want to search it off?
Yeah.
Man, I'm learning about Hindu more here than. Anyway, man, all these stories is my grandmother told to me. They were so beautiful, and just sitting down, listening to her say all these things, imagining from my childhood. So I'm not so accurate about this.
Yes. Okay. Look, the story of the flood in Hindu text, like better you read it, bro. I don't know.
In Hindu texts like Satpatha Brahmana, Matsya Purana, and later epics, there is a tale of flood that destroyed the world at the transition between yuga.
Yugas.
Oh my God, man!
This is exactly the
What
Bible
the hell?
story.
The flood is linked to Matsya Avatara. Okay.
The fish incarnation of Vishnu. Bro, you know the biblical story of the flood, right?
Yeah. The flood was said to be cosmic dissolution caused by decline of dharma at the end of. Do you have to, bro? If I translate this,
Okay, translate, bro.
do you know what I said? Dharma, right?
Yeah.
What is dharma? The purity of soul.
The purity of soul.
And the flood itself happened because the purity of soul was declining.
And it was
In people.
it was corrupted.
It was corrupted, and in Bible, they explain the same thing.
Yes.
Like everything on earth was corrupt. All these giants were walking around, and God wanted to purify everything, and He flooded the hell out of earth.
And He saved only Noah.
Dude, symbolically, when humanity becomes corrupt and evil spreads, nature itself rebels. In this case, by overwhelming water. In the myth, a great king named Manu was warned by a small
Was warned. What are we talking about here? A guy was warned.
So Manu, in my mythology, right, was warned by God. God came as a fish and he warned him. Warned Manu. But in Bible, it mentioned it's Noah, right? Noah was warned
God told,
somehow.
Yeah, told God warned Noah to build the ark.
Vishnu, as fish, helped Manu survive by telling him to build a huge... What the? Huge boat?
God damn.
And sages, seats and all. What?
Bro.
Yeah, are ChatGPT is confusing or what, man? I don't understand.
Bro, this is why I'm telling you the whole time. Like, I told you, bro, the mythology is never the mythology. You understand what I'm saying?
Dude, can you... This, for my curiosity,
Yeah.
can you open Google and type Manu boat?
Okay, if this is gonna be turned out the same thing, I'm gonna be freaked out, alright?
Dude, I'm freaking out right now. I thought it was something different. Until now, I thought Krishna, right? When it started raining, he did something different. I didn't know about the boat myself. No, Manu boat, Indian mythology or something, bro. Whoa, that's that one, bro.
How many people are here? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8! It's the same! In the Bible, 8 people in a boat. What the? Look, I want to fact check this, but look. How many people were on the boat, on the ark?
Crazy.
Okay.
My God,
There
8 people in
were
total.
8 people in total on the ark. Noah himself, Noah's wife, Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Their wives, the sons' wives, 3 women.
Anyway, bro, it's 8 people.
That makes 8 people together, and in this picture, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Look, okay, that box someone drew, right? It makes no sense. Look at these.
Now I understand.
It even looks like Noah's Ark from Bible for some reason, man.
No, this is the ark.
It's not the Ark. Read the thing, bro.
This is the AI
Noah's
generated.
Ark and Manu's boat. They're also comparing, actually.
Yes.
Man, this is real.
This was real, bro. I told you, man. I
Vishnu came as a fish and helped.
told you, bro.
But anyway, bro, I have one more confusion, right?
Yeah.
Because one story I know, which is in the mythology, is just not adding up here. Because Krishna was also here at this time period.
I mean the fish.
Not the fish, the Krishna,
Yeah.
the god.
The one. Okay, I see what you're trying.
Can
to
you put
say.
pull up this information? Yeah, this image, right? Krishna, when it started raining heavy, it was flood everywhere. He literally, lifted the entire mountain, hold it in his hands, so people stand under it as a shelter.
But did Vishnu fix the sky?
I think he fixed the sky somehow. Can we pull it off?
Yeah. I have to fact check.
Where does Krishna lifting up mountain fit in? Not
Where he was. It's alright. I composed the question very carefully. Hindu cosmology.
not Vishnu, bro. You should put Krishna. You're confusing.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. The name here. Hold on.
No, edit.
Krishna. Krishna is not usually described as the one who fixed the sky. The role is more associated with Vishnu's cosmic act. You are confusing, especially in his Varaha and Vamana forms.
Wait, I'll read.
Yeah.
So when Indra, the god of rain and storms, unleashed a lot of rain on Krishna's village, Krishna lifted a mountain with his little finger. He held it like an umbrella for 7 days, protecting the people and animals beneath it. Symbolically, this was Krishna fixing the sky by holding back the heavens and keeping order. Cosmic form.
Symbolically, this was Krishna fixing the sky by holding back the heavens, rain clouds, and keeping order. So he was just holding the thing.
Yeah.
But how did he fix it if it was just a normal ring and he waited till it stops? It's something like that, right?
Yeah.
Wait, let me grab my... I'm gonna freak you out a little bit.
Try, bro.
All right.
I don't want to be freaked out.
You're ready, right?
Always.
You're ready. Look. Again, bro, the story I'm gonna tell you is gonna be a little bit detached from this version, but same story actually. But it's one story. Okay, I'll tell you the Chinese one. It's even crazier, bro. It's like up with my head a little bit right now. Bro, I'm gonna let it out.
Let's go, man. Let it out before you die in it.
So I'll show you one goddess, like right off the bat. All right. It's called Nuwa. Right? This is the. Oh, hold on.
Whoa, you have a university in your god name.
If I show you this picture, and we compare these two,
Dude.
we compare.
Not
these
that
two.
picture. You chose the wrong picture.
Okay,
The first picture. The second picture, she looks like fish.
This one, you mean?
First, no, bro. The second one.
Second one.
Yeah.
I told you she is a snake. She's not just a fish.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
She's
Maybe the fish in Hinduism could be the snake.
No, it's a fish.
Okay. Anyways, she's a snake. We believe she is a snake. She's a woman with human body and snake. With human, like upper body and snake. This is the original picture. We believe how she looked like.
God.
This is scary as hell, bro.
This is scary as fuck.
Because it's scary, so people later on imagined how a lovely goddess could look like this kind of stuff. So they just imagined, okay, she had a female upper body, but just snake tail and stuff like that.
Or maybe Chinese guys just fucking confused her to be snake. Maybe she was fish.
So you need to understand the Chinese text. The Chinese language itself contains very little, a lot of information, but with very little text. So one word can mean a lot of things.
Right.
So we literally wrote down. I don't want to show you I know this because we said that she has a human head and snake body. So we drew it like that. All right. This is a snake body. Snake body has no boobs and shit. All right. This is how she looked like. And in our mythology, she's the one. If you look at here, she's the one who created life on earth. She created humans. And she used the soil to create the humans. She used the ground, right? She picked up the sand, he made a human form, but it's just a mold, right? It's
From the dust.
From the dust, sorry. From the dust. And the last step to make a dust a human, she breathed into the dust. And now the dust becomes a human. It's the same thing with the Bible. God breathed into Adam, and now Adam is alive. And she breathed into this dust, and now it's alive. But instead
just
of
the snake doesn't add up, man.
Because look, it adds up very well. I'll tell you what. Because the Jewish, right? They actually knew the God. They actually knew the God, right? But that's why they're saying God created human. They breathed into it. But the Chinese didn't know about God. So devil came and told them, it was me created human. It was me created life. And me is a person head, but a snake body.
So there is a possibility that all this time Chinese people worshipped.
There
is a possibility. That is what
that
you're
is
saying, right?
That's the argument I'm trying to construct. Because you remember the video we watched? The angels, right? The corrupted angels, the fallen angels, they were going on to the nations of the earth to spread false information. No matter how they spread the false information, but the whole information was based on the same storyline.
Wait.
Yeah.
I forgot the part where angels went to spread false information. Okay, wait. God created angels, right?
Yes, and they are
first before humans.
Yes, and Satan, convinced some of them to go on a war with God, and God punished them. And those who followed Satan, they fall from the sky. They fell from heaven on earth. And then Satan and these demons, right? And then they became demons.
So basically, God created these angels to guide human beings, right?
Yes.
But when they came to earth, even the angels got brainwashed by Satan.
They were corrupted.
They got corrupted, and then they started taking advantage of people, making people worship them as idol.
Yes. as idol. And that's why these demons, these fallen angels, they had knowledge. They are not stupid.
Because they're sons of God in the end of the day.
Sons of God. Yeah, in the first, right? So they had knowledge. So they were spreading knowledge, but with a little bit of editing. So now people worship them because look, no matter God or not, demons or not, if you see a being that's huge and he has wonders, he can do wonders.
I don't know, bro. It makes sense. Yeah.
Even if I'm a God, I'm a man of God. I want to be a man of God. At least I try. If there's a demon right now coming in a really beautiful form, and he tell me I'm God, I wouldn't doubt it, bro. Like my heart, I'm just a human. I won't be able to tell. You know what I mean? If there's really a God in front of me right now and say, hey, Duke, I'm the God, and I wouldn't even know how to doubt him because he's my human being brain is just too limited. You know what I'm saying? So it's really hard, man. So imagine how hard it was for these humans. And okay, look, let's go back to the flood a little bit.
You have flood in Chinese mythology too?
Of course, that's what I'm trying to tell you. And that's why I'm showing you this lady, because this lady saved us from the flood the same way Krishna saved India.
Vishnu saved the people in India,
Vishnu.
or Nova saved people in the West.
In the West. Okay, so one way or another, we knew there was a flood. And Bible says that the flood was because he wanted to get rid of the wickedness of the earth, right? These Nephilim, these giants. And by the way, she's a giant herself, right? And
Damn.
And when there was a big rain, so in Chinese mythology, I believe that we believed that some gods were fighting. Some gods were fighting, and because of their fighting, they broke the sky, and from that hole was pouring rings onto the earth. So if we're talking about gods were fighting, because for us, we just call them gods because we don't know which one was which. But if you think about it, it was just the Nephilims, it was just the fallen angels, it was just the God's army, it was just gods, and these angels were fighting with each other, and for us, they were gods. And we observed, and we documented that these gods were fighting with each other, and because we were fighting so hard, they broke the sky, and it started to rain. So the Jewish people, maybe they knew it wasn't because of they were fighting, but because, on earth, because we became wicked, so God was trying to use that to punish us. But the Chinese saw that there was a big hole in the sky. They couldn't understand because they didn't have the information Jewish or the Indians had. They were just saying, they definitely saw some angels were fighting, and because of that, they write on the story, oh, they were fighting, that's how they broke the sky. And they made the logic there, you see, because they didn't have the full story. But anyways, the thing is that this Nuwa, because she essentially created the humans. So when she saw that there was a big rain, the pouring rain, so she had this compassion for humans that she created. She saw that they were suffering, so she decided to fix up the sky. So she used some kind of stones, right, which they call the magic stones or some kind of stone, and she used this stone to form, you can understand it like a big stone, like the mountain that Vishnu was holding, right? It's exactly this stone. He put up this stone, fly up to the sky, and he fixed the sky, and he saved the humanity once and for all. Maybe not for all, but once, all right?
That's crazy.
Look, even when she was fixing up the sky, she had this snake body. My man. He was a snake. How did we come to the point to worship a freaking snake? And another thing is, if you look at this, Nuwa has, we believe Nuwa has another half, which is something like a male version of it. And they were like one god together. And look at them. Look at their snake body. It was intertwined like this. This is how we project it. If you look at this wicked picture, you'd realize that this looks like what?
They're having sex.
This looks like genes, bro. Our genetics. And she's the one of life. She's the one who created life, and she has this DNA kind of look. So this all goes a little bit wild from here. But this, man, like, this is just, I don't know.
It's crazy.
There was a flood. Not much I can tell.
Did people die? Has it written?
Of course. We had many gods. She's just one god. I mean, basically, gods were fighting. And then we had some other gods who then later on become the founder of China, you would say. I mean, at least our culture, the founder of our culture. And they used to live exactly like what's written in the Bible. back then people could live like 1,000 years old, 800 years old, 500 years old, and they all lived. These three emperor or something. They all lived like 500 years old, 800 years old, and after that, people start living a normal age. It's the same thing with what happened to Sumerian culture. It's the same thing with what the biblical, because in the Bible first half, they were living from a certain long age, but because they were cursed, gradually they started to slow down, and then 120 is the maximum age you could live as a human being if you don't eat sugar, ramen, burgers, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Before they used to live hundreds of years, right?
Hundreds of years. They had,
and not just the living years, bro. I also feel like people used to be bigger and stronger. You know? Have you visited like natural history museums and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I used to visit these museums right in Paris, and they have stuff that they keep from lot of years ago. The soldiers or warriors used to wear. Man.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. One stuff like that we both can wear and walk around, bro. I think we can't be fast with that. And those motherfuckers used to wear it and fight. So they were so strong, you know. And if we speak about evolution, I think we f***ed up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
pretty
fucked
good.
up somehow.
Very good.
Yeah, so
We didn't evolve to be cooler.
we didn't evolve to be able to survive. We evolved to do something else.
To consume. We evolved to consume, bro. That's why we're consumers.
Yeah.
You understand? Not hunters and gatherers. We're consumers.
That much I can tell you, bro.
That's really sad.
So, man, like, this is from a book which we call it, I don't know, okay, let me actually search it up.
I'm gonna pee.
Yeah, go to pee. So there is this book. It's called The Classic of Mountains and Seas.
Yeah.
Right. This book is pretty, I would say, spooky. So this book was said that this person who drew it or wrote it, he was traveling around the world. Mm-hmm. And how did he traveling around the world? We don't know. Okay, he's not some kind of normal human, because how can you actually travel around the world? And back then, you didn't have airplane, you didn't have visa, you didn't have passport and shit. You cannot go around, you know? It's hard.
You gotta walk.
you
gotta walk all around, bro.
You gotta walk a lot, right? So he wrote this book to write down all the interesting things he have seen from here and from there and from there, from different countries. Now, the strange part is, the things he saw looked like this. A man with tiger body, a human head with a tiger body. A horse with like wings and then with human eyes and stuff like that. And if you look at this, right, they're strange monsters. There are strange human beings. These are all kinds of fucked up things he had witnessed. So imagine when you see this kind of stuff, and this book is kind of like we consider, you see the name, we call it the classics. We call it the classic of mountains and sea. We didn't call it a mythology or some shit.
Like it's real.
At least this person believed it's real. But later on, when people found his book and read his book, and it was like, this is not real, come on, be real. This is not real. So they thought that this book was made for kids. So it's basically a kid's book. But then again, if you think about it, what kind of kids need this kind of information? And it looks scary. It doesn't look normal.
Exactly.
It's not, looks like he's made this for kids. Then maybe he's lying. But then for what? You need to imagine up all this stuff.
Maybe bro found some mushrooms on the way to his...
I don't know, man.
on the way on his journey.
But the thing is this, look, man.
Yeah.
In the Bible, what did we say when the fallen angels come down to earth?
They looked ugly.
They didn't look ugly, but they came into woman. They came into the human woman.
Wait a minute. Sorry, I lost you. You said when angels came to earth?
In the Bible, when angels who followed Satan, when they had fallen onto the earth, they saw that the women were beautiful, so they made love with them.
Yes.
And women gave birth to these
Nephilims, giant
and
beings.
ugly beings, which is called Nephilims.
Yeah.
The Nephilim, right? And in the Bible, it didn't really say how they looked like. It just said that
they're giants.
They are giants, and they look very ugly, and they didn't look like men. They didn't look like an angel. They are just like demon-made stuff. And it fits into the story here, all right? Here.
You know what else fits into the story?
What?
Bible, bro. You explained to me Bible, right?
Yeah.
All these things I know about Bible is because of you.
Mm-hmm.
You also mentioned that when angels, like real angels that are actually with God, not corrupted, when God sent those angels, they were also in a very weird animalistic forms,
Yes.
ugly even.
Yeah. Scary. No. Yeah. I wouldn't say ugly, but if I see something like that, I would be scared to shit.
Yes, dude. I see something like that. I don't know what the hell I'll do. You know?
Yeah.
Look at that thing, man.
Look, the thing is, I believe, my personal belief, right?
Were the giants?
I think they were big, yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're ugly already, all right? They're gonna scare you, giants or not. But my personal belief, I believe that these are the beings made by the angels and the humans. So they look because angels and humans are not supposed to mate. You know what I mean? So that's why when you how do you say the word? Mating, whatever. You make beings like this. It's just out of order. It's just not natural. That's why this guy, he went around and he saw these weird beings and he wrote it down, right? He wrote this book. Now the thing is, another philosophical concept is that, angels and humans are not supposed to be able to make love, but they did, and they made these Nephilims. But the human, and also in Greek mythology, Zeus, right? He's God, right?
Yeah.
But he could come to Earth and make love with all the humans, with man, with woman. He loves sex. That much we know.
Yeah.
But he's God, and he's not supposed to do that, I guess. And in Chinese mythology, we also believe the dragon can appear in many forms. And dragon, we know, bro. Even ancient Chinese people knew that dog can make love with dog. And when dogs make love with cats, they cannot give birth to a dog cat or whatever. They had this much knowledge they had, but they believed that a dragon can have sex with all kinds of animals. They believe that dragon can have sex with human, and they were born to demigod like human with horns. And they believe the dragon can have sex with cats, with dogs, with tigers, with trees, with whatever dragons desire.
So, is it mentioned in any books that the dragon could mate with any?
Yes, it is. And we believe these. Okay, I cannot say these, all right? But we have all kinds of, like, if dragon mates with a horse, it's gonna be a qilin or something like that, right? We have names for these beings.
Okay.
If dragon plus human is dragon.
Something
human.
else.
Dragon plus tree is a dragon tree, whatever.
Bro, that just correlates with
the
Bible. But here I have another theory. Since you're mentioning that, came across my mind.
Yes, bro. Please.
It could be angels guiding this traveler. Maybe he was chosen.
It could be, and he wrote this book for the Chinese. It could be the Chinese Bible. When Chinese people add a book like the classic of something, it's our Bible, in other words.
Yeah.
But this book was written like 5,000 years ago, so people stopped believing it because we don't have. I mean, maybe not 5,000 years ago. It was made by the later dynasties, but like people don't believe it because first of all, it doesn't look realistic. Second, we don't have any like evidence of the history like 5,000 years ago. But if you want to follow that storyline, like we claim that Chinese culture is only 5,000 years old, and the biblical narrative, like the world is only 6,000 years old. I mean, just the timeline,
Right.
is the same.
I mean,
it doesn't contradict.
To be honest, all those creatures I'm seeing, they look like it could be from God, except that one thing, man.
Which thing?
This fucking thing, bro. The one who looks like man with a stick. Dude, that shit is scary.
Bro, there's more like scarier ones.
Dude, I say these things because in Indian mythology too, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have some creatures, like a lion with an elephant head and wings and stuff like that, right?
You are talking about son of Shiva. What's his name?
No, I'm not talking about son of nobody. They're angels or guardian angels.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, they mention they're angels or they're guardian angels. They're not gods.
Mm-hmm. Because angel is the title. The angel is not like.
I just can't remember the names for you to pull it off there. But there are some carvings, right, in Indian temples that looks not like a normal animal, or not like a normal tiger, not like a normal elephant. They look like it's mixed. And they're usually guardians, of their temple, and they're outside.
It's the same thing with the Bible, the angels, right? What's his name? I'm just keep forgetting biblical stuff today. I think devil is onto me. Anyways, the angels of the Garden and Eve, they also looked very scary, because they are there as guards to protect Garden of Eden.
Dude, and I just wanted to ask this on the podcast, right? Like, what changed? We used to be together, right? We never believed in shit. Dude, we used to even believe, make fun of religion.
Yeah.
3 years later, bro, what changed?
A lot.
I become spiritual too. We'll talk about it another time, right? But I still am facing very hard time with religion, believing in religion and all these things, right? I still believe it's all political. But I'm a spiritual guy.
Yeah, I know.
But you, bro, what changed? Like, what made you get so much into Jesus?
Okay, man, let me tell you this story. This is the story that I have told only a few people in my life, and none of them believed it. None of them, right? And I'm gonna tell you, this is like some of the things that I remember so clearly, because there are a lot of events. The more the time passes, and you just forget. And this is also one of the reasons why I stopped doing drugs, right? There was one day, we went to, we had a friend who, the drug dealer. I don't want to say his name.
It's okay. Yeah, we know. It's a drug. Yeah, we know.
It's not to give his information, and we were really good friends. Yeah. Right? Because I just came to this country, and I don't have any friends. And he was like, we really connect. He was living. I told you, he was living in New York, and he was drug dealer there too.
Yeah. Just for the sake, right? In Russia.
Yeah, in Russia. And he's really open-minded, and he speaks English, but no one could speak English back then, so it was really hard for me to make friends. So he speaks English, and the first day I met that motherfucker, man, he took me to his house. Like, we don't even know each other. He said, "Do you want to come to my house?" And I thought he was just wanting to invite me over and just as like make friends with each other. Bro, we just sat down, and he wrote a joint, and he gave me.
But this is back when I was here, right, in 2020.
Yeah, this was.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I just went. Yeah, it was the first day of this. Anyways, I was shocked, bro. Like, because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know I just thought it was fun, right? So I smoked, and that's when I knew that he's smoking weed. He's dealing this kind of stuff and stuff like that, but it doesn't really affect our friendship. And he always have something with him, and in Russia you can also buy yourself online, but you don't always get them, so it's not safe to buy yourself. But it's always safe to go to him, even his price is kind of f***ed up. Yeah. but it's always safe to go to him,
Yeah.
So one day, I went to his house, and we bought like 1 gram. All right, people with no context here think, you just go all the way to buy 1 gram of weed? What kind of shit is this? But the thing is, in Russia, the weed is kind of compressed.
In Moscow, yeah.
And it's chemical shit. It's not weed. It's chemical, bro. You're just smoking some hard shit. So 1 gram is more than enough to f*** you up over and over again if you're smoking it alone. So we went over there. We bought 1 gram. I gave him the money. Bro, his house was f***ed up, bro. It was winter.
It was like, what, 1,000 rubles?
Look, it was like... It was like $20, yeah, I would say. $20 or 20 or 30.
Okay.
Yeah. So we took a taxi to go. I was with another friend. We took a taxi, and when we arrived at his apartment, bro, he lived on 2nd floor.
Was I in his house?
No, you weren't.
For his birthday?
At that point, no. At that point, you weren't.
Okay.
So we arrived, but you remember his house, right?
I remember his house.
We just arrived at the porch. Motherfucker, bro, the whole street was smelling like weed, and it was winter in Russia. That's a sign of danger, bro.
Yeah.
The whole fucking street smelled like weed. That's how much smokes were coming out from his window.
It was him alone?
No, look.
Okay.
When I went up, bro, he opened the porch for me. When I went up, 2nd floor, I could hear a lot of people were talking inside. I could hear the music. And it was uncomfortable, man, because I was paranoid even before I was high. I was like paranoid, like what the f*** I want to get out of here. He opened the door, he gave me the weed, and he said, do you want to come inside and meet me with my friend? You know, I mean, he already invited me, and at that time I was addicted to that kind of shit. I was like, okay, there's a friend, there's weed, I can smoke some free weed. Why not? So I said, okay, let's sit down for a while. We get in, bro. All these people. I mean, man, I was just a kid, bro. These people, bro, they look dangerous, bro. They look like Russian mobs or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I look at these people, I was a little bit scared.
Goddamn.
Because they looked very dangerous. Some guy with a bald head and with shirt on, like, man, they looked fucking scary to me. And people were just talking, but I couldn't understand shit. They wouldn't speak English with me as well. And my friend was doing some hard stuff. He lost himself, bro. I don't even know he invited me because he wanted to invite me or just like being polite, you know? If he was just being polite, then I really f***ed up. I shouldn't go inside, you know? Because when I sit down, people definitely, they were trying to talk to us, but then we couldn't really communicate. Then they just started to communicate between each other. Then I become the guy who just came here to smoke some free weed. So I felt uncomfortable, so I wasn't trying to smoke it as well. But they passed the joint to me, so I just took one tiny puff. Like, that's it, I'll give it back. Because I didn't want to get high there.
Yeah.
I gave them back. I was just listening to them while they were talking. And I didn't even realize that shit just kicked in. When they passed me the second one, I just said, no, I don't want it. And they just keep passing. I said, I'm okay, I don't want it. I was leaning on the kitchen. So, you know, the kitchen is the same thing like here. I was leaning on the kitchen because there was no place to sit. And I was looking around, and suddenly, bro, I just found fucking on the table, there was like 50 grams of weed. And then on there, it was like 100 grams. And on there, it was like 50 grams, bro.
Weed was all over his place.
It was all over, but it was packed in some kind of package.
Yeah.
But you could see the leaves and stuff. I was scared to death, bro. I didn't realize, but now I think about it, probably weed kicked in and I was getting paranoid, right? But when I see that stuff, I was thinking, if the police bust in right now, bro, bro, in Russia, 3 grams gets you 5 years of prison.
Yeah.
That was like enough for me to live my rest of
your life in prison.
What the f***,
Got passport.
I wasn't even doing this kind of stuff, you know. I was getting paranoid as hell. And I would just listen to this guy talk. I don't understand why, but I think I was high. Somehow, it opened up my spirit, and I could understand everyone. I don't know why, but I just understand what they were talking about. I believe I didn't imagining up this stuff. I really believe spirit. You know, spirit does not have language. I understand what they were talking about. So one of the guys were basically shitting on us, like, oh, these two guys come all the way to here just by 1 gram of weed, and they were just making fun.
Who was with you?
You know, the guy who was always with me.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they were just shitting on us, and not much understood, and I just started feeling bad, like, oh man, these people are just making fun of us, and I just get lost in my own thought. At the same time, I was paranoid because there were just so many drugs. It was not just weed, bro. I was so scared. I want to get out, but you know, I don't want to like kill the mood and shit. So I just lost, bro. I just laying on the kitchen, and then, bro, you have no idea what happened.
Wow, man.
And then, for some reason, I was losing sense of my leg. My legs were getting numb. I couldn't feel my leg.
Yeah, it happens.
And immediately I realized I'm cold, and there's no blood on my face, bro. My whole body was cold, and I was trying to move like my leg, but I couldn't move it. So I don't know what kind of shit they laced on that motherfucking weed, bro. But they were smoking this every single day, so they're used to it. But I was just thinking to myself, even today, I really just took one puff. You know, I was smoking every day. Like, one puff shouldn't f me up.
Yeah.
I really, till today, I never asked him, but I think
something spiked in it.
I think it was something strange. Something strange. And now there was a girl. There were 2 girls, and one girl, she saw my face. It was up. My lips were like my face were pale. My lips were like basically white. You know what I'm saying? There's no blood on me. The girl was, maybe she got scared, and she said, do you want to drink some wine and stuff like that, you know, to warm up your body? And I knew I was fucked up. I said, yes, I'll have some wine. So she poured the wine for me. So I drank the wine, bro. And that shit is essentially what really fucked me up. You smoke weed and now you're drunk. damn, bro,
Yeah.
I was feeling really bad.
Bad idea.
And I couldn't come back to this world for a while. And my friend, right, he saw it and told the dealer. He said, I was feeling bad. We need to call a taxi. We need to go back home. So he called a taxi. He dragged me down. Like, he helped me down into the taxi. So now we're going back to, actually we weren't going back home. It was just an excuse. What he was doing, there was another Mexican friend. He was taking me to his Mexican friend apartment. So, cause you know, we said we were gonna meet. So now we're in the taxi, man. Man, that's where things like went to its peak, and all went to shit, bro. I was in taxi, and I was feeling bad. It's cold outside. It's winter, snows everywhere. I was lying down on the back, right? And my head was like this, and I was closing my eyes. I could hear, because there were no any visuals. I closed my eyes. I just hear the sounds coming out and in. I just feel like my soul was coming out, bro. I felt like my soul, like, I don't know why, bro. I wouldn't feel like I was going down or some shit. I just feel like I was slowly losing the sensation of my body, and something was coming out of my body. I remember so clearly. And I asked my friend, I put my hand on his leg, and I shake him. I said, bro, please touch me. I cannot feel myself anymore. I said, bro, please touch me. Please touch me. And he looked at me and he said, if I touch you right now, this taxi driver gonna think we're gay. Bro, and I was
fair enough, man.
I was so pissed off, bro. I told him, bro, I think I'm dying. I told him, I think I'm dying. He said, if I touch you right now, the taxi driver gonna think we're gay. Bro, everything's fucked up in Russia a little bit that time, you know.
Yeah.
And I couldn't really feel myself, and I just, all I wanted is just him touch me because I don't know if I can feel the world or not. I was losing my sensation, and suddenly, bro, there was a red light. The car was like going right, and then it became the red lights. The car stopped. Remember, at this point, my eyes were closed, and I feel like I was the one with the whole world, with the entire world. And I could hear the engine sound. It was, and when the car stopped, the engine went. And that's when, bro, my heartbeat was vibing with the car engine. When the engine stopped, my heartbeat stopped, bro.
What the hell, man?
My heartbeat stopped. I was just leaning on.
God
In
damn.
that moment, bro, I'll tell you what was happening. I will tell you, I call it spirit or soul, but I was coming out of my body. Not much I know. I was coming out of my body. My mouth was ready to give its last breath, bro. It was open. It was ready to give its last breath. And it was just probably 3 seconds or at least 30 seconds or some shit because we were waiting for the red light. And now, man, you have no idea. My head, I either imagined or it was real, but on top of my head, it was a dark cloud, man. And this thing that was coming out of my body was going towards that dark clouds. You understand? Like, it was sucking me in. It wasn't like I wanted to go there. And when it sucked me in, my thoughts were going like in circles of all the things that I did in my life from the moment I was born. All the bad things. And it wasn't like I killed somebody or some shit like that. Just the little things that make me feel
So
guilty. Regrets and guilt. It's just guilt. All the things that makes me feel guilty. I felt like I was being judged. It felt like I was like, you know, biblical. Because back then I didn't understand no shit about religion. But now thinking about it was just guilt. You remember I was telling everyone, I don't know, I've never done bad things in my life, and how I would feel so bad in the moment of death. And now I know it's guilt, and I was being judged. So now, man, I had only one thought, and that shocked me the most. You were asking me why, what changed? Because at the moment of death, in my entire life, no one preached to me gospel. No one told me the name of Jesus. No one told me God. I only watched the movie. Okay, I know the name of Jesus, but it was just because of the movie. I never get into that stuff. Never read the Bible. Don't know about this kind of stuff. And I grew up in a Buddhist, right? Chinese Buddhist culture and Buddhist Taoist culture. If I would have prayed, I would pray to Buddha or whatever. But in the moment of death, my last part of the body was coming out, and I prayed. I said, God, please give me one more chance. Just one more chance, bro. And man, that was funny because he literally answered me. That's the part I didn't tell you. I just prayed one. I said, God, please give me one more chance. I didn't even know why I asked one more chance. I just said, please give me one. I could have said a lot of words. I just said, give me one more chance, as if my soul knew that I f***ed up. I just said, please give me one more chance. And you know what God said? He just said, he wasn't like, oh, blah, 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 blah. He just said, okay. I heard an old man sound said, okay. And when he said that, the clouds immediately, dissolved, and there was some air or breath that came into my body. And I took a breath, bro. Because at least my mouth was probably open. I did something like this. And I became alive, bro. And now, bro, immediately I was still f***ed up, but I was okay. I know now I'm okay. Now I just feel bad, but I know I was okay. I stopped having any thoughts. And the taxi driver, bro, you understand? In the car, there's 2 other people right now. I was doing all this spiritual shit, bro. And the taxi driver, he saw it from the mirror, right? And he got scared, man. He thought I was dying. He said, get out of my car in Russian. He said, get out. But we already arrived at the place. So he just dropped us in the middle of somewhere that's close to the apartment. And we got out and walked to the friend's house. And when we arrived at the Mexican friend's house, bro, that was the first time I met that Mexican dude, man. I didn't even introduce myself or some shit. I was just walking around his apartment. I was walking back and forth. And he was a little bit worried too, man. Like, imagine you've never seen this guy, and now suddenly he comes to your house. You scared so many people that day. And he's walking around nonstop. So he just said, dude, do you want to sit down? Do you want to sleep a little bit? I said, bro, I cannot. I know if I sit down, I'm going to lose myself again. And I don't want to lose myself. Bro, I was so scared of death, man. I was afraid to die. I know I was going to die.
I think you overthought it, bro.
And I was just back and forth. And I just did like 10 minutes, and then I came down. And then we just went out to eat something. I went to shawarma, bro. That saved my life, man. After I ate that shit.
Shawarma, man. That day, it was the peace of God, the bread.
When I took the first bite of shawarma, let me tell you something else. That after that, my life was like strange, right? I took the shawarma. Finally, I feel like now I know I'm on earth. I know nothing's gonna happen to me. I'm okay. And I took out my phone. I want to see what time is it now? And the time is 1, 2, 3, 4. You understand? Like, that's really symbolic. It's like as if the universe, the order is still going. I don't know, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. I took it very personally. Maybe I was superstitious. I took a screenshot. Even today, you can see my screen then. So after that, bro, I went back to the dorm. I slept. And my roommate was Christian, right? When I woke up, I told him, you have no idea what happened last night, dude. I was giving the second chance. I was so happy, bro, jumping. I was telling everyone, and I was a kid, right? I was telling them, God saved me. God saved me. I was so happy. I said, this is my second chance. This is my second chance. And after that, bro, I just asked my roommate to take me to the church and stuff like that. And he took me like twice. But strange thing, he never explained me any of this. But maybe because of language barrier, right? He couldn't explain me about all of this. But I really would have wanted to know a lot of things. And I feel like he was putting my life to guide me a little bit in that weird way. His name is literally, biblical name. And so after that, bro, there was some other f***ed up events still went on because I promised myself I'll never smoke weed, but I still did, man. That's the thing. I feel like, I feel like I'm so sorry, bro, for God. Like, he saved me, he gave me a second chance, but still I make mistakes.
Have you ever thought, bro? I mean, listening to all this story, right? Mm-hmm. My way of understanding this. Have you ever thought it's just because I believe that the spirit of God, or just spirituality, right? Everybody has it in us. Mm-hmm. You don't have to go to temple to see God. You close your eyes. It's in you. Exactly. Right? The spirit is in you.
Yes, I believe that.
Do you think that day is just you forgiving yourself? Not God. You spoke to yourself. You forgave yourself. And it's important to forgive yourself and not hold on to old thoughts. It was just you forgiving yourself and bringing back yourself to life, man. You have that power. Shiva. Ability to create, ability to destroy. It's in you.
Bro, whatever.
But anyway, bro, I know you take it in this way.
And I agree. I agree with you. But the thing about the glitch I see in that kind of thought or philosophy is that you don't, as us ourselves, I do believe we have a piece of God in everybody, right? But we do not have the authority. We do not have the power to forgive ourselves. If to forgive, you need to have some source that's outside of you, something that's above you, because forgive is basically a hierarchy, right?
What about love?
What about love?
I think forgiveness and love is the same. If you
it's
can
the
love
same.
yourself, man,
It's the same.
you can forgive yourself.
But there are the ultimate forgiveness and ultimate love. I can give love to you.
I know you're talking about God's love and God's forgiveness. I
Yeah,
understand.
so-
That's external thing.
So so we call it the the Holy Spirit, right? To forgive someone who give you the authority to forgive. The source is really important, because Satan can also perform some wonders. What's the source? So I believe, if I really believe that, you can also forgive people. You can also perform magic here today if you have the faith in you. That's what I'm saying. Because God is in you, but you can use His authority. But I can't. I couldn't. I was not just a sinner, bro. I was feeling guilty over and over again in just 30 seconds. Anyways, I don't want to make it sound like fantasy and stuff. Maybe I was just high, bro.
Maybe you're high, and bro, because in this everything is making sense. You know, you once explained me, right? How there is a physical world, physical realm, and in parallel, there is a spiritual realm. And you say that, you know, we can control our own minds, right? Forgive ourselves, be free inside, right? Be sin free. Like if you don't do any stupid things, if you don't have any stupid thoughts, you're free inside, right? And if you hold on to stuff you have done before, because you said you can God forgives every sin you do.
Yes.
But guilt is something, it's very devilish, you know? You hold on to it, right? You hold on to it in your head, you're ruining yourself.
Exactly, bro.
So maybe it's you, bro, it's you, you know, in spiritual world, it's you. You are fighting the evil and the God inside. It's not some entities doing it. I think it's inside you, both are inside you. You forgive yourself.
Bro, listen, the thing is, whatever you're saying, I'm not saying it's wrong, right? I don't try to argue with you.
No, I mean, it could be.
But yeah, but the thing is, I'd love to believe it was God who was helping me rather than think it was me, because it's very satanic to think that everything is you, because it's always me. But the moment when I came back to life, I still don't understand Christianity. I still didn't even try to study it. I just told my friend, you know what, God yesterday saved me. Now this is my second chance. But I didn't pick up the Bible, bro. It took me a long while to actually pick up the Bible. And I'll get into it too. The thing is, you cannot always put yourself first. And I know it's stupid for a lot of people. This is the reason why a lot of people don't believe in God. Why should I rely my faith on something I can't see, can't touch, can't feel? You know what I'm saying? Your spirit. Look, man. Please let me finish.
You're not understanding. I understand because, you know, you're giving me your opinion on something I said. If you don't understand what I said itself,
no,
you're talking about different things.
You don't believe there are two.
I believe there is something, bro.
Yeah.
Right? I believe there is something that's not me. Right? Like my consciousness. I'm not God.
Yeah.
But I'm saying inside every one of us, there is the spirit that connects us, right?
Yes.
And this is external, of course. It's not me. It's not my identity.
Yes, man. Yes.
I feel I'm agreeing that there is, bro, like the source, right, is godly spirit, is what I believe. It's in every one of us, is what I'm trying to say.
All right.
I just don't want to think like there is some external white light that comes, that saves you and goes back. I want to believe that godly spirit is in us all the time.
It is what's
It's
written.
all the time in us, and we let us corrupt it.
Yeah.
Ourselves. I don't think there is, again, some external things, darkness coming and ruining the light, right? It's inside us. The devil is inside us. If we feed the devil that's inside us, the devil takes space. And the godly spirit goes away from us, inside us.
Yes. That's exactly what. Yeah, that's exactly biblical.
And
views.
you can feed. Yeah, you can start feeding that God inside you.
Yes.
And the brightness
Yes.
shines.
Exactly.
Darkness goes away. All I'm saying is it's inside you all the time. You are both.
Yes. Yes, bro. You are the agent of both forces, you know. God is the source of life. When you get away from Him, you're getting away from life. when you start committing devil stuff. Yeah, I agree 100% with everything you just said. All right.
So it's not my identity. You feel me?
No, I didn't want to say identity. I just wanted to say who saved me. It wasn't really just me. If God didn't say okay, I wouldn't even have the strength to save myself. That's the whole point I'm trying to make here. Even if I have the power to forgive myself without knowing that God exists, that part is not known inside of me. But now I know it. The thing is that, bro, after that, right after this event, it was like
that's the first event you felt God.
That was the first event and the only event till now. Like, and now I feel like I know God, right? I believe He knows me. But you know, this thing is always gonna be back and forth. There are days you feel you're close. There are days you feel you're far away. But because of that one moment, everything started. But after that, I didn't start read the Bible immediately. It took a long journey He has set up for me to actually open up the Bible. Because after that, I was really close to God, you see. I was really close to the devil as well. Because after that, I was starting wishing for some stuff. I was in university, you know, I was dropping out. Because I love the weed more than study and stuff. No, not weed, bro. I love the thoughts of when I was high. I love those things more than the study itself. So I was thinking maybe I should just drop out. I don't need this. And I was looking down university and education. I mean, now you think about it, it's really stupid and actually satanic. But then look, man, I needed a job if I drop out, and I needed money. So that was the things I was working hard for day and night. And while I was working towards this, yeah, we also talked about this. I was feeling blessed, even though I was working on shitty jobs and with minimum wage. But I was feeling more than okay, bro. I was probably the happiest person on the planet Earth at that time, man. A lot of people would have stress in my position, but I was feeling I was the luckiest person.
So you dropped out and you were working, having a job, happy.
I found a shitty job, but I was happy because I didn't know what's good and like what could be better than this. I didn't know what could be better than this. And devil came and he showed me what could be better than this. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
He started dropping wealth on me. And everything I worked, the wealth I had, I didn't really, look, man, I was really humble. But it felt still, I would say it was a big part of his luck to have the company, to have everything going, to have the wealth just flow into you. Everything I touch, it becomes wealth. That was the period of time, like that 1 year, bro. Everything I touch, it becomes some kind of business. Like, it was crazy, bro. And then you started having the money. Now I realized, bro, God was probably, if he's like a person, right, I would say he was pissed off a little bit because he just saved me. And now this kid's doing he should go back to study, he should do this, but he didn't. Instead, he started having his own plan. He wanted to work, he wanted to have money, and now he said, okay, devil, test him. It's the same thing written in the Bible. There's some story, exactly the same. And I feel like I was being tested, but how could I know, bro? At that point, I still didn't read the Bible. I still don't know any shit, right? Anyways, you have everything you want now, right? Now, what can you make a guy go back to? What can make a guy like go back to God? Not to kill him again. If you want a person to go back to you, you first give him everything he wants, and you take it away. And that's what happened to me. Think about it. And he took everything away from me. And I fall hard like the fallen angels. That's when I realized what's reality. When you lose everything you have, when you have everything, when you build everything in just short period of time, and you enjoy all the things you have had, right? And you suddenly fall. Bro, a lot of people kill themselves because of this. A lot of millionaires, when they lose wealth, like billionaires, for example, they lose their company. They're still millionaire, but they would kill themselves because they cannot comprehend the reality. It's never about the money, you see. When I lost everything, I mean, I'm still good, you know? Like, I'm still alive. But I feel so horrible. I started doing a bunch of different random moves in life, being a boxer, do this, do that. And yeah, boxer, I decided to become a boxer. I was living in a hotel near the gym, right? Still, I had some money saved. I was living in a hotel. Basically, the entire year I was living in a hotel. I was training in the gym. And now the gym was close to my hometown, close to my home. And I went back because I feel really tired, bro. Like, I just want to go back home now. Like, where I grew up, where I slept as a baby, as an infant, where I slept. I went back, man. I went to my room where I used to study, where I used to dream, bro. I used to dream a lot of stuff when I was a kid. Never knew drugs, never touched the alcohol, Never smoked the cigarettes even. Bro, I was sitting in my room, man. I'm starting being emotional here, bro. I'm just sitting on my chair, and I looked up at the bookshelf. I looked up, bro. There was something that was just shiny, man, and it was a Bible. Can you believe? I took off the Bible, I started to read, and everything started making sense to me, bro. And that Bible I bought when I was 15 or 16 years old, out of curiosity, because it looked beautiful. I didn't actually.
It looked like a wallet.
No, not this one, but
okay,
the one I couldn't bring because it's thick. I couldn't bring it to here. I bought it because it was beautiful. It was gold on the, not real gold, but just like it looked gold, and it was beautiful. So I bought it as just something I want to decorate my bookshelf, bro. But when I already forgot I had that book, I had that Bible. When I went back, I saw that Bible, I took it down, I started reading from the first page. I remember when I was 15 years old, when I read it, when I read the first line, in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. And I closed it. What the is this? This is pure cult. Like,
yeah.
How God just created heaven and earth, no explanation, no mythology. God created heaven and earth like this. I closed it. I put it back. I never touched it again. When I went back, man, I took it down. I decided, let me give it a try. And this time, it was like as if I was guided. I was reading from word to word. I was reading slow, but I could understand everything, not just on a literal level, but I was understanding from a spiritual level. Oh, this was what happened. Oh, that's actually that. Because when I read, like, for example, the day and night, I understand it wasn't day and night, it was time. We have separated the water, I understand that was space. And just, maybe I grew up with more knowledge, but then I understood. But like, then I just decided to devote and understand more and more. I wasn't like, oh, I devote to God now, because no one was guiding me, bro. In the entire process, no one was guiding me. I wasn't going to church. Even till today, I don't go to church that much. No one was guiding me or guiding me now, except the Holy Spirit. The Spirit, you know, I get information from here, get information from there, and even I get information from you. You know, I was introducing, trying to sell you this, but you were also teaching me a lot of stuff. I give you the story, but then you can observe it from a different perspective. And you tell me, I was like, okay, wow, I didn't think like that. You see, bro, everyone have a piece of God, and we can all help each other out. And yeah, bro, that's a freaking story. That's when I lost everything. I just realized, I just felt him, and that's why I felt so touched and scared as well. In the Bible, that it says, "Those who are first, they will become last. Those who are last, they will become first." Imagine when you have everything, you don't need God, so you don't look at him, you don't try to search him. But it's always the people who have nothing. They think about God. They try to search him. From a physical world, it may look sad because, oh, they have nothing. Of course, they're going to think about God. But it's not like that. It's not like that. It's that people who have everything, they are condescending, they are self-centered, they're selfish. They don't think about God you don't think about God when you're selfish. When you have everything, what do I need? I'm the God myself. Satan thought. You see, man? So it's always the people who has the least. They give the most, and they think the most. They think about God, you know. People who have everything, they're close to Satan, actually, almost. Because when the disciple wanted to follow Jesus, he just said, give up whatever you have.
So you believe when you dropped out from the university, you started working in this job with minimum wage in Moscow, you were happy because you were close to God. And then after that, after a few months, you started your own business, I know, right? It went really crazy. You made a lot of money.
Yeah,
and you believe that time darkness was close to you, and you fall real hard.
I would say this, man. I was saved by God, and Satan got jealous. All right, I would interpret it like this.
Okay, fun.
And Satan went to God and said, I'll test this guy because he loves you, not because you saved him, but because he loves me more. Because I'll give him everything he wants, and we'll see who he loves. You understand? From the God perspective, I would say he was testing me. From Satan's perspective, he was trying to win me over by giving me things to bribe me. Because when Satan wins me, okay, I'm just a man. There's nothing. I'm just a fucking man, bro. But when he wins me over, he proves a point to God that humans are not good. He just wanted to prove that point. Humans are not good, and I can corrupt everyone. So I want to say this lesson, what I learned is that if I ever have the wealth again, I wouldn't act like a dick like I did. I wouldn't waste the money, you know. I would help people too. And I wouldn't like focusing on pure pleasure. Because, yeah, you understand?
Yes.
So
Make the right people rich.
So that's why, bro. That's why when I see poor people, like, you know, we had this talk. We help poor people. You help them because you want to feel good, but I don't feel bad for them as well. I feel like when I see them, I know they're close to God. You understand? I see them, I know they're close to God. God is with them. You need to worry about the rich people. They're with Satan. Satan is with them because Satan is the prince of this world, man.
That's a nice way to put it. You know, that's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, man.
And not feel superior in this world.
You
know?
shouldn't. Even why you should feel superior?
Exactly. I don't like people when they come to. I don't want to say in general, right? Yeah. I don't like people when they see, you know, like people living in poverty or in slums, you know, and they think they're superior and they feel like, poor people. Yeah. Oh, let me help, and they have like millions of money and they take out like what, $10? What the hell is that? If you want to really help, right? Even if it's just to make yourself happy, you know, make something that's worth it, you know, and just don't pity people because they're close to God, and who's telling you that they're not happy the way they are? And all the money you have, you know, what's proving that you're actually more happier than them? Because money is not the indicator of real happiness, bro. You know what I mean? You
know, it's written that it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. Let me pull up the verse. I want to remember it.
It's a verse from Bible?
Yeah. Yeah, Matthew 19, verse 24, chapter 19. Okay, again I tell you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for someone who is rich to enter the kingdom of God. Man, because if you're rich, you have too much attachment here. You cannot lose it. That's why when people lose their wealth, they go to kill themselves. You understand? But when you have nothing to lose, you have no attachment here. You can be God's servant. When you have you're rich. You're rich. In other words, you have too much to lose. We have nothing to lose to do God's work. But for you to do God's work, you have to give up everything you have. Would you? You have a beautiful family. You have a big house. Bro, for example, I'll tell you just one perfect example. You and me booked the ticket to Vietnam. We can just pack our bag and say, let's go. But if I ever have a house here, I have my dogs, my cats, my horse, my cars, my kids, you come to my house and say, bro, let's book a ticket and go to Vietnam. But I was like, f you. I would say, come on, man. Are you for real? Stay here. Stay in my house. Why Vietnam? I don't want the adventure. It's not cool. I have everything here. That's why it's just hard for rich men to go to heaven. You understand? It's just hard for them.
Makes sense.
It's hard for them, man. It's hard for them to go to anywhere.
Because just that feeling of wanting something, right? Having something. That feeling of jealousy, not jealousy, envy? What is envy?
Like you have something I don't have, I envy you.
Yeah, the greed.
What do you mean? Greed, yeah.
Yeah, the feeling of greed, right? It's never enough. I gotta make more. Gotta make more. I think that greed takes you very close to this person, man, the snake.
Yes. The snake put that thought in your head and you just can't keep moving like properly. You understand? Like,
dude, I'm not religious, spiritual. But it's very spiritual and it's nice spiritual. To think like this, and it makes me happy.
We don't think about this back then. We don't think like that, you know. Back then when we were together.
Yeah, we never thought about it like that.
We would never. But somehow we're all guided. I mean, we think differently, but when we talk about this, we can feel each other. We can relate to whatever we're talking about. But back then, you remember we were making fun of my roommate.
Yeah.
He was a Christian. We're making fun of them. We were asking them, if God is real, how about the aliens?
Yeah, we were making fun of him.
And he couldn't explain. He was trying, but he couldn't explain. That's also another thing I learned. If you really believe your stuff, you gotta learn. You need to educate yourself.
Yes.
Otherwise, you cannot tell people.
Even for yourself, why are you blindly believing? You know, be logical.
Actually, blind belief is not a bad thing for his sake. But if we're talking about for the sake of other people, right? Like, for example, if I know, look, douche, if I actually think the kingdom of God is real, if I actually believe that heaven is real, when you die you go to heaven, like last night I told you, right?
So I'm gonna use that loophole, bro.
Look, man. If I really believe heaven is real, I should believe hell is real too. And if I really believe these two things, would I see you right now, bro? I see you as my friend. Would I hide this secret from you? I wouldn't. I should tell you. But when I tell you, if you're pure pagan, you would laugh at me. You would think it's funny. You would think it's a joke. And you would ask me questions. And if I cannot answer, then I'll see my friend go into hell or what? Like, I don't know, man. So that's why, if you really believe heaven is real, why wouldn't you want to share with your mother, with your father, with your brother? You want to be there and go there alone?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Even if you just believe, you don't know, but if you believe, right? You want to spread it. Makes sense. I understand.
Exactly. So, yeah,
It's
man.
interesting, bro.
You need to understand the first day we met, we literally believe in ghosts and shit. And we don't believe in God. I mean, you never told me about Hindu God or whatever. I never told you about Buddhism and stuff. We don't know shit.
Yeah.
But we were naturally interested in ghosts, and we saw ghosts. Anyways, bro.
It's interesting. It's more interesting that you're into God now because I never had a Christian best friend, you know, to always question him.
Which Christian friend you're talking about?
Like any friends were Christians, like hardcore Christians.
Did you meet with a lot of Christians in Europe? I don't think
Some.
so. Like,
Most of them were atheists.
yeah. I mean, do you actually often talk about this with Europeans, or they don't really care?
They don't care. Some people are like, I don't know, maybe one girl, man, just one girl. Can you believe this shit? Only one girl I met in the entire 3 years was believing God, hardcore. And that she was not very close to me, so I couldn't question her a lot. You know me, right?
Yeah.
If I get questions, bro, I've got to ask it. I got to clear the thing. But now I'm glad that you're into it, so I can ask questions, you know?
Yeah.
Either I don't believe, I believe, doesn't matter. It's interesting to know.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And make my own opinions, you know? And
Yeah.
just discuss it in two different perspectives.
Especially
It's interesting for both.
Especially today, we found out a lot of coincidences.
Exactly.
It's definitely interesting. We should have open discussion of this. But you know what the sad thing about, which I believe China is the descendants of Satan, and I believe Satan is controlling almost all nations right now. Why do I believe this? Because look, the things we talked about, they don't teach you in school, and they try to hide it from you. But even if, do they teach you Hinduism in school? They don't. And
Yeah, kind of.
And then what they say this is stupid, this is superstition. They tell you this is superstition, this is old, this is
Yeah, we are not a
outdated.
superstition, mostly like mythology. We learn it as a mythology.
But in China, okay, maybe it's because it's a communist state, but they tell you this is old, they tell you that this is a superstition.
No, even if you go to Europe, bro,
Yeah.
Christianity is not taught.
Yeah.
It's an option.
That is a question I
choose.
ask myself, why? Because, okay, you can teach the Bible whatever the way you want, but there are good stuff that people should learn. Because without the Bible, you go around tell people, you guys should love each other, and look what we have, LGBTQ, they love each other. You understand what I'm saying? Without a guide, how can you know what's love? I mean, you can love...
This is something we can discuss another time, bro.